Okay. So we basically started out in the orc camp, just hanging out while Goel caught up with his mom, and eventually his mom wanted to meet the people that had been traveling with him for so long. So he brought his mom around to talk to all of us about our favorite beasts that he had slain, or favorite times that we had almost been murdered and he prevented it. And we offered her the experiences we had. Curious, but Goal's mom seemed to take an interest in Vala. Apparently sensing something upon her that Vala hinted at before she had to leave. But uh, 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 other than that, we just were giving nice stories. Elwyn also not being with us for so long, but having a very good reason to hang about, was telling Goel's mother about how he was saved from slavery as well by Goel. Maybe making him a prime candidate to help her in this needy time. Uh, but eventually the group was caught up on the fact that Dad wasn't in town. He was. They didn't really describe. They did describe it as missing, but it seemed like it was like a scheduled thing, and he just wasn't back yet. They assumed that he was like taking some time before he got back. But Goel's dad wasn't there. Um, and we decided it was probably best that we should check out and see if we can find him, and then bring him back, so we can get the whole layout of what's happening. Um, which was suspicious because it seemed like there was already a leader here, maybe a shaman coming back and forth. But yes, we decided to head out from there. Um, we talked to some guy, Nugget, who seemed to know where the father might be most likely located. And we basically forced him to come with us and show us. And we followed him out. Apparently, there's a grave site of someone forgotten that might be a very good spot to check out for him because it's very secluded. Um, Jethris felt some weird vibrations and some stones along the way, but nothing really to be alarmed about if we didn't cross them. And we landed in a tunnel system that a Nugget identified towards us that there was an Umber Hulk that was dead upon the ground. After much deliberation with plants and each other, we surmised that the ground itself had taken a bite out of this creature. And we learned that the ground was a dangerous aspect in this fight, so Jethris and Regulus took to the air, and everyone else did their most defensive things they could. But we eventually put the creature down. Nugget saying that this wasn't uncommon. These things were pretty dangerous, and they came from a node somewhere here. And upon convincing, he let us know where the node was so that we wouldn't come across it since it's so dangerous. In our travels towards Daddy. And that's sort of where we're at now. Getting ready to go find Dad.
As Judas, the group advanced a little bit forward, and given that you were tired a little bit, you lingered a little bit behind into that combat, but you have followed and made your way around them, as the group has left a trail for you to some extent for you to follow. You can perform a short rest. The whole group did. You weren't part of that moment, so feel free to complete a short rest as well. But this is where you are, as a Nugget and the rest of the group have all together managed to bring the creature down. And if I recall correctly, Goel was the last one that struck against it with the Greek dog, this earth and poltergeist, able to possess the earth, now dead. As Nugget moves slightly around to grab a few of his arrows. Sensing the earth onto the ground, trying to get a better understanding of if there is anything else nearby. You can see a strange glow onto the ground and here onto the floor of the Underdark, this bright green hue. But alas, you will see in behind Judas approaching the very lot of you, rejoining as he was keeping an eye to the very back.
So was this whole fight a detour, or is this on the way?
The tomb is right around the corner over here,
Oh, hey,
Nugget
Judas.
says as he moves up forth.
Well, yeah, I just got here. And so, are we taking another detour?
No. Apparently, tomb's over here,
Detour.
like Nugget just
So
said.
we were first. Yeah. When are we going to go and kill Drow?
Well, I mean, we gotta find Goal's dad first. He apparently was going to check out the drow, and he ain't back yet.
Hey, yes, losing a loved one is quite painful. Well, let's go and see if he's dead.
Goroshna could not be taken down that easily. He's around. Might be just even messing with the drow, taunting them, as he alone can easily defeat hordes of. He doesn't need to do it even with brute force, though I'm sure he would. He turns and looks back towards you. He is using his mind. That is how you defeat a cunning enemy such as the drow. Hand knows when to strike when you have the advantage, and the terrain of it aids your mission.
Right. I'll put that in my notes.
I like your spirit, he says to Judas as he says about killing drow, but don't get so lost in that. A reckless soldier is a lush one. I cannot use the word cannon. I was about to say loose cannon, but that doesn't make any sense. It is because it's loose bow. It can strike on its allies at any moment. Looks back towards Goel as once again Goel threw himself into a rage, and for a second everything turned fury through him. Nugget looks back towards them for a moment just to check on them, but continues to move up forth. He smells around the area as he is approaching. Caution, drow have been around in here recently. I can smell them.
Ooh. What do they smell like?
They have the smell of a person that's about to be dead real soon.
Okay, I kind of like this guy.
Nugget chuckles as he says that.
They will smell of blood. And death soon enough.
Grusnak must have led them to here. He will use the endless caverns to his advantage, up and above. The shrine is a path, a gate to a chaotic landscape. Come, and stay close, stay quiet.
Sure.
You see as Nugget moves to the wall, doing his best stealth attempts in the process as he is doing so.
Oh, Jethers will try as well.
You can see up into the distance there is a semblance of light. Faint glow up ahead that's reflected upon the entrance over here.
I'll try to
stealth in. It's possible. Or is
Go for it.
Nugget gonna go?
Go for it, girl.
Dang. Fumble. Oops.
Goel, you make quite the sound as you start to approach towards there. In response, all you hear is gentle pant onto the ground. Some steps around the area. But you do not notice anything as such around.
Loose rock. Whatever's in here must have alerted it. Be on your guard.
As Judas passes Jeffress, he will simply just give him a slight slap on the back and give him cast Warding Bond on him.
Thanks. I float 10 feet in the air and I hover over Judas as we approach.
Oi. So,
Go ahead, Vala, sorry.
no, I'm just very anxious about stealthing to them, but I guess I have to try.
It's okay. Goel and Regulus have already failed. What's the worst thing that can
They suck.
happen?
It's okay.
Oh well.
I mean, you succeeded better than them in heavy armor.
That's Eloy, not Vala, but still. See? Vala is
The
doing-
fella as well, 15s
That's
all around.
Yeah, well, I got an 18 in total. So, I guess.
Nugget will see Goel moving up forward, and he will, in a strict tone, turn towards him. You must learn to mask your steps. You've alerted everything that is in here, and everything that is around. Your eyes might not see it, but they are here. I can tell. Looks back towards Eloin and Vala. Even the elves are doing a better job at that. And this one is adorning uncomfortable armor for that. Do better, Shaun of Grusnak.
Growls at him. Can I try to use my perception and look if there are any traps or anything?
Go for it. You take a quick look around and your eyes fail to see something, and your eyesight is very, very, very potent. But your hearing is also quite potent. Your sense of smell is also kind of potent. You can hear footsteps slightly above. You can see a path leading towards it and a gate at the very end of them. You can hear hushed whispers. You don't recognize the sound of it, but it does not sound orcish at all. At the very least, it sounds at a higher pitch rather than that of how orcs would speak. And you can also smell the presence of hounds that are around.
Hounds?
Hounds.
Like dogs?
Yes.
Okay. When Nagat moves next to me, I'll grab his shoulder.
Stop. May not be stealthy, but I can see well. I can hear. There are enemies up there. They are not orcs. And they are whispering. I'll send the dog. Snowsong, investigate this.
We'll send Snowsong forward there. Try and sniffing around as he's walking.
Make me a perception check from Sosa.
Using smell gives him advantage.
Correct.
Wisdom, right?
Yes.
Do I add anything to it? Is it? Does he become proficient?
I think he has advantage to that. If he doesn't have proficiency already, then he doesn't get any benefits from X in this scenario.
Warpaint will give him advantage. That's it.
Go for it. Snowsong moves up ahead and looks up and above to see if he can tell the number of the drow that are up ahead. However, and as it stands, Snowsong from the whispers that definitely do occur in the back of that room, the back of the door up ahead that is currently closed. Cannot tell the exact number of people. Could be 3, could be 12, could be any number in between. The scent of hounds, Goel, comes from around the area, not up above. Like you can smell the hounds that are near. Just to keep an eye.
Where?
Around this room that you are currently on. In front of you, and for the rest, just to get a better understanding of what that is, you can see an old tube that has been raided and spoiled, destroyed most of whatever was buried in here. Faint light seems to glow into the distance. With magic, of course, some continual flames, those are.
I'll take a step forward. This is the staircase, right?
Yes.
Move up here. Can I investigate and see what this is? This is the source of the light, right?
The two braziers in here are the source of light that glow with a little bit of flame. You can make me an arcana check for that. And a history check if you will to investigate the other one, but it's really hard to tell anything of magic. But based at the very least on history, you can see some animal depictions in here. Animals with horns, similar to that of the aurochs, the large creature that looks like an ox or a bull, but it is of very potent hide. This shrine, this very place, does not seem necessarily of Orcus history or tribe. You do not see any of the carvings onto the wall, onto the stone texture, resemble any words onto the onto the Orcish tongue, but do very much resemble cave paintings or cave carvings. Primitive, primal, savage.
Over the telepathic bond. What do you see, Goel?
A shrine. And the place smells of hounds. There are whispers up the stairs where Snowsong is standing. I don't see anything in here.
If I recall
Worth of interest.
correctly, Nugget is not on the telepathic bond, correct? Everybody else is.
Correct.
Okay. Roger that.
Goel is gonna to say that in telepathic bond, but I've already communicated to Nugget that up the stairs and this.
I know.
Yeah. So I'm just.
Well, we haven't encountered a hound in this room yet, so I'm gonna, maybe look at the ceiling, see if there's anything weird up there. Since I'm already floating.
You look up and above. Make me a perception check, Jethros.
Okay. Whoa.
Turn and look around. There is nothing under the ceiling, and your tremor sense, however, seems to suggest that there is a masked presence slightly behind Nugget. Yet your eyes see nothing in there, but you can tell there's something around, there's something in there. Something touching onto the stone.
Do I sense it's a magical effect that's masking it from sight?
You cannot sense any ambient magic in the area, Jeffers, at the very least, but you can tell there is a presence, yet your eyes see nothing in there.
Simply says to Goel in telepathic bond. It's behind our new friend.
Goel will look back at Nugget. Keep an eye of contact with him. And then gesture him to behind you. Like with my head. Stealthily.
He looks back towards there. Back towards you. What is it? He speaks.
Goel's gonna lift up his regular warhammer and fix on throwing it right at the direction where Nugget is.
You grab the warhammer and hurl it, chunk it towards there quickly as do a quick check.
Is he directly behind it?
You turn and hurl towards there the hammer, Goel, and you can faintly hear a patting as whatever creature might be there, whatever might be like, just moves aside and evades the attempt. As the hammer drops there, he looks back towards you. But where are you aiming at?
Something behind you.
Looks back towards there, back towards Regulus and Vala. You, mages, shed light in the area. I think we've got hounds looking on us.
A very interesting request. Because as I'm looking at my spells, there's only one I have that actually sheds continuous light.
Are we talking like a little light or a lot of light?
Bright. Shed the room in bright light. We'll reveal them.
Bright light.
Said Vala.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
I cast light.
Well, I cast light. I think my Vala's target for light will be.
can you? It doesn't have to be an inanimate object, or can it be a?
Yes,
It has to be an object, but this is with a range of touch. However, this has to be around you. Just keep an eye on.
Yeah, I guess Vala would not venture too far, so she'd probably touch. Does Elwin wear anything resembling armor? Oh, Elwin also has light, so she is going.
Yeah, you see his armor starting emanating light. Then he will take out his sword and stay slashing it to the ground, and 60 foot of light emanating all this place.
The moment that your blade shows this place with very potent light, Elwin, you will see as the shadows will disperse and will reveal the presence of not one, but 3 hounds that have been lurking in the shadows. And as this is happening, I would like for everyone to roll me initiatives.
Do they have time to cast light on Judas then? Since
Of course. It is currently on you, Vala, but I can shift it on Judas if you prefer for Judas to have the light on them.
Yeah, Vala would prefer that Judas has the light. Will probably cause more creatures to attack him than her.
Similarly with light on Muggy instead of Jethros.
I
If
will
that's
do
okay.
so. Bright light on Maggie. And no longer on Jethro. Do you have bright light on you? No, you don't. Okay.
Although, come to think of it, it's probably these creatures disdain light, so they may actually go for us, Jethros. But we'll see. We'll learn.
They ain't going for me.
I think you're fine. There, a person next to you literally have an armor of light and sword emanating light. So I think the most brightest person, it will be Elohim. So they will targeting him. I think so.
No, that's what I'm worried about. That there's a chance these creatures actually dislike. They hate light, so they will go for the creatures in the dark rather than ones.
Yeah, I believe they cannot because, like, if you cannot see, I think you should see everything now, Jethros, because you have a problem with dark, right?
Yeah, I can see everything.
Oh, okay.
We'll see. We'll learn. We'll
I
experience.
am waiting for initiative from. I think I am missing Regulus and Judas. Yes, everyone else is on the initiative.
I believe
Come on, guys.
Jethros and I
Alright,
still
we'll
have
see
a
you in a
D8.
second.
For some reason, neither of you went into the initiative tracker. No, wait, I can see Regulus, I can see Judas. Okay, both of you went in the initiative tracker. Just a little bit strange. Is everything correct? Everything is correct. So, Jethros, you are up first as those creatures are revealed in the presence of bright light as Nugget instructs bright light to be shed in the area. Go ahead.
Right, okay. I don't know what these things can do. I'll just,
Well, they're dogs, so I figure they have a nasty bite.
I know. I'm just thinking. I think first I'm going to cast with the 3rd level slot a little bit of a slow action. Oh, it never says what it does. It makes me sad.
It's okay, you can get all 3 of them in with that attempt, as one of them will succeed, the more potent one, but the other 2 will both fail as their movement starts to get hindered quite severely.
That's my action. Bonus action. I'll just command Muggy to fly. Oh, God, I really hate this new fucking. Fly over to. Right here at these stairs. Since Goel said that that's where they were gonna be, and that's actually within Muggy's speed, so he's gonna use he's gonna hold an action to strike something if something threatening comes out of that door, and this dog has even less speed if it matters.
Okay, as Muggy just spins around, I don't recall, is Muggy currently, what item is he?
He is a
I
dagger.
think it's a dagger. Okay, as the magical dagger just spins around, making each movement of this shadowy mastiff quiet and rather uncomfortable. The more potent one of those hounds will just turn and look towards you, as the shadow itself around its body seems to come like ink from its saliva out of its mouth. It will howl and roar, and I need everyone that can be frightened to make me a saving throw against that.
Okay.
Anyone that is within 20 feet of Judas has advantage on the saving throw.
Oh, awesome.
The DC is 11.
300 feet. Wow.
I need Regulus, Goel, and Snowsong as well to roll with saves.
Wisdom. Oh no.
You do have advantage, Regulus,
Okay.
from being in Judas' aura.
Snowsong do too? Is it too far?
I think Snowsong is barely outside.
Goel too, or
I think you are also barely outside. Like by 10 feet. But you are more than fine, Goel. As Snowsong will become frightened of that creature, as will Nugget, as the roar of that creature, the howl of it instills fear towards them. Nugget will take a step back, hide for a moment, as he will take a bonus action to try and hide between and behind this fallen debris, as still managing to do so, as with his bonus action that is. He will tell Goel and Judas, he will turn first towards Goel, but then his attention shifts towards Judas, trying to avert his eyes from the hound. Goel, you there, quickly, open the door up ahead. Don't give them a chance to prepare themselves. And he will then hurl at normal, given that he has advantage from being hidden, but he has disadvantage from being frightened. He'll make at normal the first attack, and a disadvantage the second towards the hound. Neither of which will hit, and Elwin, you are up next.
He asked Goel to go there. Did not ask anyone. So I
Goel
don't
and
know.
Judas.
Why? Because they are bigger than me? I feel offended. Yeah, no, just a question. Their token on me, what is that?
You
Bardic
had Bardic
Inspiration.
Inspiration, but there's a good chance that it might have come to an end. It lasts for 10 minutes, so you can use it in this fight if you will.
Okay, run there, jump here, and attack this one. 4 time.
Go for it. All of those will hit. And as Ellen, you turn towards the creature, hack and slash, your blade slicing through it, your Morning Star bashing at it again and again. The 2 first attacks will make it bloody, the other 2 will manage to bring it down and destroy it as the shadows leave the corpse behind, and the dog that just lays down on the ground. Anything else, Elwin?
Yeah. Then I will look up to the stairs and watch carefully what is coming. That question. This part of the stair, is it 10 feet or 5 feet?
For you to get up there, I will assume it's a slow jump, so you would probably either need to do something as such or climb 10 feet. Get there.
Okay, no problem.
And Judas, you are up next.
Interesting that we have such. Well, as things are, move to here, blocking the that's the stairwell, correct?
That is correct.
Yes, and our squishies can go down the stairwell, and we are blocking them because they're all coming through here. Okay, that is, and I'll take the dodge action. That's me.
As Regulus, you are up next.
All right. I around the corner here. So I probably fly over here. And I'll shoot a firebolt towards this one. If I can see it.
Go for it.
Okay. Normal. Firebolt.
Flames wreath and strike against the creature. For a bottom burst of fury damage as a flame wreath into your hands, Regulus, and you hurl a blast towards the creature, striking at it as the Shadow Massive tries to move a little bit further away and avoid any attack. Anything else, Regulus?
That's it.
As Goel, you are up next. Naga told you one thing, but you do whatever you want.
The thing he told me to go to is right here, right?
No.
Where?
Here.
Yes.
Oh, up the stairs.
Yes. Do not give them a chance to prepare.
I'm gonna dash. Go my full movement. 45.
You move towards there, there's a gate blocking in front of you. You can see darkness creeping from below.
I'm gonna break the gate open. What do I need?
Are you using an action as in athletics, or are you making attacks against the gate?
Action as an athletics.
Go for it.
Motherfucker. I never have inspiration.
You are lying on that for sure.
Never, ever have I ever.
You are a blatant liar in this. Okay, nonetheless, girl, you just slam against the door towards there. It's currently reinforced, or at the very least protected by some extent. You can feel or sense a little bit of weight behind it as your attempt doesn't manage to open the door.
Pull both warhammers. Preparing to break the door open with my weapons.
And anything else, girl?
My turn. Bonus action. Let's see. I can't. Is it a see-through gate? Is it like, or is it door that's?
It's a door in front of you. You can see from the bottom of it darkness slowly starting to creep out of there.
To put a summon beast there, but I don't.
Sadly, you are lacking the ability of sight onto the other side of that.
Guess that'll be my turn.
More than fine, as Goel tries to do so. You don't need then to take the bonus action to dash in this scenario. Yes, you can keep that
Yeah, that'll
ability.
be my movement. Just regular movement gets me all the way up there in my action.
More than
So-
fine. As right after that, the Shadowy Mastiff get a chance to return, not the kindness, but more so retaliate. However, slowed as it is, it currently can only move up to 20 feet, and it will move closer towards Judas and try to bite at them at disadvantage because he is dodging. The creature tries to get towards you, but you can see it is slowed and it is moving extremely, excruciatingly so. At the end of its turn, it repeats the saving throw, which I think it makes for the slow, Jethros.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
probably.
but I'm still dodging. So it's, it was the wisdom saving for a moment.
Yeah.
Before there was another attack on me.
And Vala, you are up next.
Well, I think a simple Twilight Smite is a nice thing to try against these creatures. So let's try striking. Am I in reach for the farthest one? Oh, nice. So Vala will try to call down Holy Flame on that one.
The creature gets bathed in radiant light as it gets stricken by starlight struck into that place as the creature continues to howl. Anything else, Vala?
Not really, no. That's her turn.
And Jethros, you are up next.
Oh, am I? So it's a gate up here that's Goel's at?
A door, technically, but yeah.
Like what type of door? Is it like a metal door or a wood door?
A stone door. However, it
No.
seems hard and dense, but able to be pushed.
Man, my worst enemy. Why couldn't it have been a metal door? No, just looks at my stuff. I think I might just be shooting things. Yep. I'll just be shooting things. I'll fire. I'll get over here by Nugget and then fire like 2 mineral shots at this guy and 1 at this guy. If that's okay.
More than fine.
Okay. Top one. Okay.
12 actually hits as well.
Oh, cool. Then that's
The race is not that potent.
17 because it's not adding the genie for whatever reason. There we go.
The creature will be bloodied after those attacks, as 2 are on the big one and 1 on the one close to Judas, correct?
Years.
That was the intent. Yep. As you turn towards the creature and turn and blast at them, anything else, Jeffress?
Yeah, I command Muggy to get next to the stone door. He's gonna shove his blade end into the door and start prying at it to give advantage to whoever tries to open it next.
Giving an aid action to whoever goes next, as I'll assume that is Jeffress, your turn.
Yes.
And right after that, the rather big Shadow Hound will rush up forth and find its enemy onto Snowsong as it will jump toward them and attempt to bite at Snowsong. But Snowsong might appear to be the more potent wolf in this occasion. As the creature jumps toward them, Snowsong jumps right back, and though afraid he might be of them, he still will be able to avoid the attack of the creature. And I forgot to do Nugget's wisdom save at the end of his previous turn. I'll do so right now, as he will no longer be frightened. He will turn and look towards those creatures, try to give an opening to Goel and deal as fast as he can with both of those, making a shot at each of those two targets. The first attack will miss against the one next to Judas, but the other one will strike through the shadowy hound and put an end to the bigger one. As he finds his shot, he looks up. Do not give them time to prepare. And he will move a little bit to the side and start drawing his bow to prepare to attack. And Elwin, you are up next.
Alwyn will jump to the stair, grab the door, and pull it out.
Go for it, with advantage.
Where's mine?
Elwin jumps towards there and grabs the door and shoves with strength, unlike many. With Maggie aiding in that position, the door will open. However, as the bright light of Elwin echoes into that place, it will become completely dark once anew. It will dim, and Elwin, as you open the door, there is nothing in front of you. Darkness, only a thick cloud of it, as you are surrounded by magical darkness, yet you can sense presence around you.
Okay.
You've used your action. I'll put you onto the map so you can see how it is down below. Right now, this is what you see, however.
I will say in Elven, if you wish to stay alive, surrender. You will not survive this. Oh, just die. As you what you are. Sorry, I did not meant to roll that. The bottom down there, so...
It's okay.
I will walk. I think I have it. And I bump to someone, I believe. I don't see it.
Indeed.
And I needed to make... Please tell me it is a bonus action. Okay, bonus action. I need... as a walk, I bump to something. I need them to make a constitution save. Anything 10 feet around me. I will just give it to you. Give me a second. Copy. I think one
I think
failed.
the one on the left fails and becomes poisoned. And at the end of your very next turn, as Elwin unleashes a cloud of spores around him. And anything else, Elwin?
Yeah, that will be my turn.
You hear an incantation and of some sort of spell. You can attempt to make an Arcana check, Elwin, if you will, as a reaction, however, to understand what spell that is. However, given you cannot see the caster, you would be making a disadvantage. If not, you can just let whatever spell that was be cast up above.
Elwin, yes, he casts a spell from Blessing of his Goddess, but he doesn't know magic, so I don't believe he, he will understand that it is a magic. And I have a -1, so I will keep my reaction.
More than fine in that scenario. I'll put Goel right behind you so he has at the very least a semblance of an idea of what the layout looks up and above, but right now it is Judas's turn. As you hear, as Elwin, you heard a crossbow loading, and now Judas, you are up next.
Well, dog needs to be cut down, so it cuts the dog down. Misses. Oh, wow.
13 hits.
Oh, wow.
And your blade will do the remaining of the damage left on that shadowy mastiff. As you turn towards them, slice at it, the creature goes down.
So we heard crossbows being loaded, right?
Not you, the ones that are up above
Okay.
might have heard it because of proximity. But you are in the chaos of what happens down below right now.
Okay. Considering this is all done, Vanla and Jeffress at the Briss haven't moved up yet, have they?
Not
The
yet.
door was closed.
No, then I will hold my position. I need to keep this corridor clean, so I'll stand there and wait for them to pass first, and then I'll follow up rear.
Regulus, you are up next.
All right. Is there something going on down the other way, seemingly? Like towards
Where
where?
to? Sorry.
Well, I was just wondering if there was are they going through here, or is there like a problem over here, or?
You see, the moment that the door opens by Elwin, magical darkness seems to encase them and disperse everything in the path. You cannot see, you barely were able to see from the incline that was, but you can see that now both Goel and Elwin are in this magical darkness.
Well, as a bonus action, I'm going to draw the solar staff out. And I'm going to cast. I don't know if is the solar staff regular light or is it?
I do not
It's
recall
bright
that.
light. It's bright light, but it's not. Yeah, I'll do. I'll cast. I'll use 3 charges of the staff to cast daylight.
Which
And I will use-
makes how much light? I think it's 60-60, right?
Yeah, 60-60. And then I will use a sorcery point to just double the time.
For
So
the
it's
next
2.
2 hours or so,
Yeah.
as Regulus, the moment that you do so, the magical darkness will cease and disperse up and above, as it will allow sight to your allies up and ahead. As go ahead, Regulus. Anything else? You only see the back of Goel and currently Elwin. That is.
I just fly up a little bit so I can maybe see, or I guess flying up doesn't really help me see the death through there. I'll just move so that the light goes further in, or like over here, sort of.
Give me a quick opportunity to give you a chance to see onto the other side, as well as Regulus will make his way right besides Elwin, or closer at the very least, so he can see to an extent what's happening up and above. Are you in this map? You're not setting light? I'll make that right now. You can see Regulus, right?
Where's the map?
Oh, sorry, I put you on the wrong map. Should be correct now.
I'm in the future. Oh, there's a lot of people down here. Oh wait, they're drow. They must really like this. Oh wait, no, it's not sunlight.
It is bottom light, but it's not sunlight, no. I
Give me
think
a minute.
daylight dispels the darkness, right?
Yeah, it dispels
Yes.
magical darkness.
It doesn't suspend it, it dispels. That's what I was
Yes,
checking out.
any darkness of 2nd level or lower.
If I recall, this is just like a spell that's on, right? It's like once it's
It is not concentration, yeah.
okay.
It has duration, it can be dispelled, but but it is not concentration.
I'll have to find out a way to get daylight. Real daylight. Sunlight. Anyways, that'll be it.
As right after that, before Goel gets an opportunity to react, the drow in front of them, getting blasted by the spores of Eluin, will turn and look towards them and speak. An elf, why are you harming us? Those are the ones that must be defeated, and he will step up forth and try to stab Goel a handful of them. Well, actually, won't do either of that. As he stands in front of there, he sees Elwin for a moment, and he will use a little bit of magic in front of you. As he is both Goel and Regulus, he will try to put fairy fire on the two of you. As I need both Goel and Regulus to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Question, Kaithan. Even if I use this time my reaction, can I make an insight? Does he think I am a drow like him?
Go for it. I'm okay with that.
Okay, because drow, like, for Elon, they enslave him. Why they... So, insight... 22?
You turn towards them and look for a quick second the intentions. He doesn't necessarily mistake you for a drow. You see that he's surprised that an elf is... not surprised that an elf is fighting them, but he is trying to reach you in a way.
Can I... Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Alwyn.
Just to respond immediately. Your kind slaved me. I think I'm gonna fight with you.
And Goel, you are up next.
Bonus action, rage.
This actually...
Make my wisdom saving throw, Goel.
All right, let's see how this is gonna go. I rolled well for the first time this fucking session.
Once again, you can feel as you unleash your anger towards him, you can feel this fury within you steering, nearly blinding you, and for a quick second, Elwin, Regulus, they all look the same. They all look like targets of your wrath and your warhammers, the instruments of this wrath. But you manage to concentrate on yourself, and you are not affected by the frenzy that has been pestering you. For a quick glance, both Regulus and Elwin can see that Goel nearly became unhinged once I knew.
And I only have +2 on my wisdom, so you guys are very lucky. All right. Gonna use my actions to pummel these two. The guy who did the fairy fire for fairy fire.
Yes,
Fire.
that one.
The rapper.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Okay. Gave that skull in.
It's angry.
Against his favorite enemy.
Oh, well, I mean,
Oh yeah, that's. Do I double my?
No, it's a blade of
no,
muscle.
it's
Plus
only
4.
dice that get doubled, so.
Still alive, there?
Again.
Potent strikes as you turn towards the creature, bash the head once and twice with your hammers. I think that's good.
No, that's it.
As Vala, you are up next. You can only see the back of your allies in there, Regulus, Goel moving forth. I don't think you can see any longer Goel. You can see Regulus and barely Elwin up there. It's a very crowded space, they need to make room, but it is your turn. You can tell that there's scuffle going, they're blocking the gates, it's a hot gate situation.
Yeah, I see. Well, you know what? Might as well give them a hand there. I think I can see Goel. Should I be seeing Goel?
Barely able to see Goel, because he's right next to Elwin on that path.
All
On
right.
the door.
Also, oh, here it is. Vala will be casting. What will it be? A second level bless. So using a spell slot, and she will target Judas, Goel, Elwin, and Regulus.
Judas, Goel, Elwin, and Regulus. You're not doing it from the prayer beat, right?
No,
This is
no,
the
no.
second level. Yeah, okay.
Yes, I'm using a spell slot as normal, and that will be Vala's turn. I'll just put up something to remind me to roll the concentration saves, and that's it.
And anything else, Vala, as you bestow your blessing to aid your allies?
Nothing more. They will feel the grace of the Queen of Arbandor, but Vala shall take no other actions.
Jeffress, you are up next.
Can't imagine something succeeding on my saving throws. Man. Can I even get through here? Like, are these two
It is
in
a
the
very
room?
ground up space right now. The two of them are in the room, but this is a very narrow corridor. They cannot pass right now by here because they are meeting the enemy at the very place. Like the door is pretty much jammed with traffic.
I'll just fly over here and wait until, traffic dies down. I'll use my action to... dodge. And I'll send Muggy in to scout out.
Give me a quick second. I'll get your Maggie inside so you can see as well. Because Maggie is a tiny object, so he can move through different areas.
Quickly flies right past Goel's head.
You can see on the map, right, Jethros? You can see from
Yes,
Maggie's.
sir.
Okay, go for it.
How much movement has Muggy expended by going up these stairs?
I think this is 5 feet of movement for
Okay.
him to be here.
I'm just gonna fly other side of Goel. Muggy cannot get advantage, but he'll try and give Goel.
You're about to take an opportunity attack as they see a weapon moving in there, but the creature will decide against taking an opportunity attack on that.
Oh, okay.
Because you are exiting creature's reach. So they see a flank weapon for a quick second, but they refrain from attacking.
Yeah, I can't really. Yes. Muggy will try and stab this guy in the back of the neck. Just does a little like snake look around with the edge of the dagger, looks at Goel, looks at the guy who's getting beat up by him. Were you gonna say something?
Go for it.
And then he's gonna stab him in the back of the neck. Tink.
The drow turns around with its webbed shield and blocks the attack as the dagger gets stuck in there for a quick moment. And anything else, Jethros?
Nope. He just becomes a nuisance to help Goel, and that's my turn.
As right after that, as Regulus, you are glowing with potent daylight in there, you will hear words, but you do not see someone speaking into the distance, trying to figure out from where that is coming from. And as those words, those incantations of magic are being spoken, a dispel magic will be cast and disperse the daylight.
Can I see into the doorway or no?
Not, you can, as Jethros, you mean, or as Maggie.
As Jethros.
You can see that the light just went out.
Yeah, that's
There is still a light from the solar staff because it still glows with a little bit of light, and I think Elwin's weapon is still glowing with light for the time being, unless they cast darkness again. But everything else, Jeffers. No,
Nope.
Jeffers, sorry, it wasn't your turn. Ignore me. As some drow move around, and then up from the distance, and up there, you will, for those that have sight, will be able to see and spot another drow whose blade seems to be entirely made of gloom and darkness. The drow points up into the distance and speaks a few words of power. And this time, once again, they are trying to cast darkness on that spot. I'm not sure, I don't think regulars you have a counterspell, right?
No.
But this is what they will do, as once again, they will cast darkness. And all the light that was shedding a moment ago will, once again, be engulfed in magical darkness. And that is their turn, as and if I recall correctly, darkness also dispels light, the spell light, not the... it suspends the other ones. It's annoying how this fight...
Darkness dispels light. Light does not dispel darkness. Magical darkness is basically a motherfucker.
Daylight dispels that, but the spell light that was on the dancing item, the dancing item was the only outlier in here, trying to keep an eye on that. But that is as the person into the dark will just extend his blade and once again blind all of you that are up and ahead. The drow continue to advance a little bit forward as if they are preparing to do so, as the one next towards Elwin will steer clear from attacking Elwin, as it will turn its attention towards Goel. Goel, you attacked Reckless, correct? But it matters little. No. Everything is at disadvantage and advantage right now because there is magical darkness. So all attacks are normal, regardless. I assume both hit?
Yeah.
For 4 and 8, 12 points of damage on the first one, and 6 plus 9 on the second one, as each stab of the blade cuts deeper and deeper and wounds you, harms you further and further. Nugget from below, he cannot make shots from there, he can't do much, he will just usher you up above. Grushnak, Sean, Skinny Earth, push forward, push them back. We can't help you from down here. And that is what Nugget will do. He will hold an action to shoot if something comes out, but he's ushering both Elwin and Goel to push forth. And Elwin, you are up next.
Yeah, I don't see anything. Try to extend my hand palm to sense the drow in front of me, grab part of his plate armor of the armor, try to lift him a little bit, and grab, like I will do grapple check, but try to make his feet dangling in the air.
I don't think you have the height for that, but at the very least trying to
I will lift him. I will lift him.
Till the end of your next turn. Go ahead, make me your athletics check.
Yeah.
They have disadvantage because they are poisoned, so more than fine, you managed to grapple them.
And as I lift him a little bit, and I will push him 15 feet. I have movement for it. And I move the that's weird. I was here, right? So I moved. I was here.
Here. That's 15 feet.
So I moved 15 feet, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
So I'm outside the darkness. Oh, still inside.
Still
the light.
within, barely within the range of darkness.
Let me
The
check.
darkness is centered around Goel and you, so
Okay, so
it is a
let
15
me,
feet radius.
I want to make sure about something. Can use a bonus action to teleport along anything to occupied you can see. That's also dim light or darkness. It's weird naming. This one, it said even darkness. I don't know what that means.
You can see. Sadly, magical darkness does not allow you to see, so it doesn't work in their magical darkness.
Okay. Then I will just release him, and yeah, start striking with disadvantage. So,
It is at normal, because once again, they cannot see you as well. Not all of them have the ability to see in magical darkness.
okay, so normal.
The weapon is ablaze, it just doesn't produce light right now.
Okay, so only I believe 3 attack. Yeah.
All 3 of those attacks will hit.
And
As Elwin moves up forward and starts attacking the drow manages as much as it can to mitigate some of those hits, but those are still quite painful to them. As right after that, and from another area of sight over to here, seeing you all move up forth, a burst of magic and a ray of frost will target you, Elwin. I think that hits you.
yeah, I'm not hard to hit.
Not that. That for 4 points, not 4, 5 points of cold damage, but also reducing your speed for slightly a bit as your feet start to get colder and colder, and then a barrage of arrows are unleashed towards you, Elwin. For all of those that have taken a prepared action, 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 of those will hit, and I need you to make me 2 con saves as you take another 11 points of damage as the hand crossbows are unleashed. But you are not poisoned, not unconscious, or anything as such. Judas, you are up next, as once again the magical darkness has returned, but at least this time you heard Elwin pushing forth.
Okay.
So you technically cannot see Elwin.
You can see nothing there. Can see. Well, let us run then. I can get to the steps easy enough.
I'll put you where 35 feet of movement will get you past Regulus. That should be. Give me just a quick.
Yeah, easy past Regulus, yeah.
That is where 35 feet of movement speed will get you, Judas, as you are in magical darkness.
So I cannot see anything in front of me, right?
Correct.
Well, do what Judas does. Run forward even more. There must be
Give
an
me a quick
ending of this.
moment. The moment that you move over to here with 20 feet of movement, I'll give you the correct side that you should have. As from here, you can see
thank you.
properly now. As that is 20 feet of movement, you still have 15 feet more. But the light spell that was casted on you is this spell.
Yes, of course. Oh, that was to be expected. Well, saying, always smart to go into 5 feet of somebody combat because you basically gain. Well, I'll move 5-4 and says, just charge through the darkness. They're on the other side, and that's me.
And Regulus, you are up next.
Oh, okay. Muted, as usual. Well, I can't see. I can barely see.
Once again, they dispelled your magic and then cast the darkness again on top, as this drow doesn't seem to be able to lose the ability to cast darkness anytime soon. At will, able to cast.
Yeah. Okay, well, I can't get rid of darkness very easily. Did I see which one was casting it?
You
Or
got a
it
glimpse in the back. You didn't see who casted the dispel magic. You got a glimpse of who casted the darkness. A drow in the back with a blade of glue.
Whereabouts was they? Like, can I, on the map, do I see them, or?
Somewhere around that area.
Well, you see, there's always a good way to get through this situation. Can't see the enemy? Can't see any allies I'm gonna hurt. Fireball, no. Can I fire at disadvantage with a firebolt at him?
If they can see you, which they actually can in magical darkness, yes, it is a disadvantage.
Okay.
You could quick sight of the one that tried to cast this, you try to subtract them back. Go for it. A 13 sadly will not hit as flame just passes right through Judas the drow all the way up into the distance but doesn't manage to harm them.
That'll be it.
And right after that, the drow that is in front of you, Goel, will attempt to stab you twice with their sword once again. Die, piglet! It will speak as it tries to stab you again and again. And that is 3 and 4 for a total of 7 points of damage towards you, Goel, as his blade is dipped with poison. And Goel, you are up next.
Hammer time. Hello?
Yeah, Goel, you are at normal, even if you have advantage or anything, because darkness negates both sides.
I do have to reckless to what? No, Regulus is next. Okay, so
It matters little. You have advantage regardless, but you also have disadvantage in this occasion.
Yeah. I meant that I reckless. I have to reckless to make it normal, but Regulus is next.
No.
So I don't have to reckless.
Because
First
you can't see
attack.
either.
23 will hit.
$17 damage.
Potent damage on them. Go ahead, Goel. They're still alive.
Second attack.
21 also hits. For another 18 points of damage, making them bloodied as they are trying to hinder your advance.
Bonus action miss. I'm gonna move around them. That would be my turn.
As Goel tries to move up forth, Vala, once again, you see the magical darkness up ahead as you lose sight of Goel and Judas as well. You can faintly see, you no longer see Regulus, But, oh yeah, that's Snowsong's turn. I'll assume you want to bring Snowsong up.
Yes.
Got that last turn. I'll give me a second, girl. I'll bring Snowsong up. That is 20 feet of movement, and Snowsong should be here.
Can he take a charged attack or?
Go for it. She could just rush towards there and make the attack. Snowsong jumps towards the creature, but does not manage to land a strike as the drow uses the shield, sensing the advance of Snowsong, and slams them with the shield. I'll assume that's Snowsong's turn. Goel?
Have we never heard from Quill again?
I'll assume that was not Goel's, Snowsong's turn as Vala. You are up next.
Frankly, Vala will just hold a Twilight Smite in case she sees any of the assailants. If she catches a glimpse of them and she can target them, she will unleash it on them. But yeah, as long as she cannot see anything, as there's the darkness, she won't get in there unless everyone else gets in there. And that's her turn.
Jeffries, you are up next as Vala prepares a little bit of magic. What do you do? You are pretty much right below the gates over there. I'll put you on the map so you can see as well. This is where you should be, Jethros.
Me?
Yeah, right besides Regulus, technically.
I can't see shit.
It is a magical darkness.
I will create a tiny gemstone in my hand that even in the darkness starts to sparkle a little bit and glow. And I'll throw it over here and I'll say, feeling a little vindicated that for once my friends can't see in darkness either. But I will say, do not worry, my friends. I will alleviate you of this dastardly darkness. And I will cast Dispel Magic on the darkness.
And in a glimpse of light, people will regain sight around the area. Not for long, but for the time being. Any movement, Jeffries, anything else?
Yeah, do I have more movement? Can I keep going?
That was no feet of movement, so yeah.
Alright, then I'll fly up the... Oh my god.
When the moment that Eloin's weapon shines, you can see everything up ahead.
I'll fly over here above Snowsong and take a bonus action Hungry Jaws bite at this creature. Oh, maybe I should have made Muggy hit him, but oh well. I already said I'm doing this. Let's go. 11.
11 sadly will not hit.
I'll use my inspiration from recap because I want to bite him real bad. 20.
Go for it.
For 6 points of damage. And I'll take 5 temp. And
anything else, Zephyrus?
Yeah, I fly over here. I'll share my space with the Mugster. Actually, Muggy's gonna provoke if this drow likes it and get right here to give people speed boost.
The creature won't attack, Muggy.
Okay. And that'll be my turn. 5 feet up. Not that it matters.
Indeed, little does that matter as you move around towards the area, and as Jethros you are towards there, you will hear from up and behind, but you won't see anyone in there as a blast of lightning will come through, and straight up next from the drow in here, a blast of lightning will strike Judas, Jethros, Goel, the drow, and Snowsong as a lightning bolt is hurled. But you do not see any caster in there. A 4th level 1. I need Judas, Goel, Jethros, Snowsong, and Maggie, and Elwin to make me a saving throw. Pretty much everyone in that line. And there is also 2 drows on there.
How does Muggy save? Fuck you, Muggy.
Oh my god. I will. Nope, I don't have that. I will. Yeah, and
Yes.
yeah, I will undam about that.
Me too.
Yeah.
Can't.
You do know you have resistance to all damage, right?
Goel does.
Oh,
No.
I did not.
Oh.
Jeffress does. He has warding bond on him.
I did not
Indeed.
remember that.
The other half is the Judas takes them. The DC for that lightning bolt, thank you for asking, I think is 14. And indeed, it's 14. For the total of 47 points of lightning damage, that is.
Damn, cuh.
23 on a failed, on a successful one.
Yeah, which ironically is I take half, Jeffress takes half, and then I take the other half, so I take full damage.
For you, girl, since you made the save, yes, it should be 11. As I said, I need a Snowsong as well. Eloin, I'll assume, has rolled, and all the way up Maggie. One last. I don't think Maggie has evasion, right? So he takes full damage.
He does?
Oh, of course.
Not full damage, sorry, I mean half damage.
Okay. I'll do that in a second. Try to do my math.
Wait. Nothing. I'm confused.
No worries, as Jeffers moves up forward, they are already trying to make Elohim and Judas that have moved up forth. Also, this drow will take a step to the back and attempt to hurl a shot towards Judas. I'll assume 23 hits you, Judas.
Yes, it does.
For 6 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, as it is filled with drow poison. More than fine as you are, as light appears once again, seeing the tricks or the attempts from Jefferson there, the drow will move up forth. In Elvis, it will speak. You should be aware of this by now, that light shall not illuminate in the Shadow Lord's presence. And he will weave his blade again, and he will attempt to cast darkness.
Bitch, I ain't got no clue what you're saying, but I've had enough of not seeing for one lifetime. And I'm gonna try and counterspell.
It is a second level darkness, so the counterspell attempt will work. And I thank you, Jethers, because now I don't have to readjust all of your dynamic lightning settings in there. As Jethers, you turn and use your magic to stop their attempt. They look for a quick second towards you. As your magic ends them, and he will turn and point to the other drow around there. In Elvis, for those that understand, he will say, "Suck that lizard off." And one of the drow in here will quickly turn back, look towards them, and take an opportunity attack from Judas if he wants to use his reaction.
See my reaction if he's moving away. Considering all the do I want no, he can move away.
And he will then shoot Jethros with a hand crossbow.
No.
A 13 will not hit, but that is not the only one in here that can.
Also, remember, Jeffress, your AC is +1.
15? Nice.
Another
The
one
two
of the
that
drow will
always
move
speak difference.
up forth and try to shield bash you, Judas, to the ground, try to knock you prone. So make me your athletics or acrobatics, Judas. I don't think they can make it, but they can try. 5, apparently. Indeed, they try to slam you in that attempt, but they fail ultimately, and they will use the second attack to try and slice at you. But I don't think 16 hits you.
Miss.
As right after that, the one that is next towards Elwin will take the opportunity, seeing that he is striking quite potently at them, and make 2 attacks against them. I think both of those will hit.
Ouchie.
For
Ouch.
20, for 32 in total, as the blade sticks and its sting of blade does quite the heavy poisonous damage, as you can feel the burn in it, dipped in poison as is. As right after that, another drow will take a step up forth and hurl another shot towards Jethros, trying to poison him. Yet again, the attack does not hit, as right after that, as the arrow or the bolt moves past, now that Jethros is on the other side as well, Nugget will turn and look towards Vala. Now is the time. We can't help them from down below, and he will use 30 feet of movement to get onto the other side, and he will use his action to dash through. And his bonus action, as his cunning action, to, once again, disengage. So he will move another 30 feet around the area, provoking no opportunity attacks, and get over towards here to prepare shooting towards them. Kill them fast. Nugget will speak, and Elwin, you are up next.
Let's return the favor with double. It hurt a lot. He will take a long breath. And he will do Fighting Spirit. And the first 2 attack will be Rabbit Strike, with both the Pretty Weapon and Dragon Morning Sour will hit the same time. Normal. I will use the Jethros what they call it, Jethros Bardic
Inspiration
in the first one. What is it? The what?
D8.
D8.
And then something will do with attack. Never works.
A 17 sadly will not hit from the sword. 18 would hit, but the drow will parry your second strike. However, do they still roll for con save, Jethros? I'll roll regardless.
Doesn't matter. Does he succeed?
He rolled a 12. I don't think this is success.
I know. I'm trying to look up the thing.
No worries. Just type it and let me know. Go ahead, Elwin. Continue your turn.
And 2 more attack.
That hits. And that hits.
And I'm really mad. I will action surge.
This one is blooded. Okay. The second 1, 2, 3. All of those 3 hits. That is another 16, and then 13, and then 23, as the drow will still stand, but barely so, as you turn them blood in hack and slash with your weapons, nearly bringing them down, Ellen.
I will move. I'll move here. That will be my turn.
And right after that, before Judas gets an opportunity to act or a turn in this scenario, from up and above into the darkness, an incantation will be spoken. And through For those that are able to understand Abyssal, which is at the very least, one of you will hear an Abyssal chant calling out using a summon demon.
Can I see the person, or is it the person invisible?
Apparently, you do not see them. You hear the sound coming from the end of the chamber, but you do not see them. And out of the darkness, Shadow Demon will come into existence. The draw up here will turn and hurl another shot towards Jethros. This one will hit for 4 points of piercing damage, and I need you, Jethros, to make me another con save. Well, it's 2 points of damage for you, 2 for Judas.
Ooh.
More than fine as Judas, you are up next.
We've got a demon caster at the end of the room. And then after saying that, I will slash at you dog. And before I do that, before I start slashing, I will cast bonus action Hex upon his lowering soul. And now we attack.
Okay, then do I still have minus for my movement?
Not for this turn, it has passed.
Ah.
Go ahead, Judas. Make me your attacks.
No, just normal attack. Not needing to go recklessly yet. And that's
24 will hit for 25 points of damage, and it should be an extra d6 necrotic. Another 4 points of damage as you turn and slash as you bestow a curse on them.
not bloodied, not dead.
No, this one is an elite warrior, able to sustain a few hits. 19 should hit, but they will use their reaction to parry and block the attack. Ting!
Oh, does he use reaction to parry?
Yes.
Does he use his reaction to parry?
Yes, you can move without taking opportunity attack now.
Hello there, governors.
As Judas, the moment that the creature uses their attack, just shoves them out of the way and moves fast forth. And the guy's Judas.
No, that's me.
Regulars,
Two attacks.
you are up next.
Okay,
Just
the
so
first time.
Vala at the very least can see into this, I'll put them onto the room, but kind of like that. Just so they have a vague idea. Go ahead, Vala. Not Vala, sorry. Regulars.
The first darkness was funny. The second, no. I'm going to. I'm going to cast at 7th level. I'm going to cast Crown of Stars. And the light, which is from 30 feet. Actually, it was basically 60 feet of light. Is sunlight
30.
from me.
Okay.
And that is an action, and I will use a bonus action to shoot at the fucker who's been annoying me. This guy right here. Is it an advantage because it's a drow in sunlight? Or is that
It doesn't give you advantage on attack rolls, it gives them disadvantage.
Ah, okay. Workable. So this is Crown of Stars. A 30 hit, I imagine?
A 30 will definitely hit. The target is the one that casted darkness, right? The one in here,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that definitely hits. For 22 points of radiant damage at them, as anything else regulars. As you create a crown of stars and motes of sunlight appear around as you start to hurl them up into the distance.
So I have 6 motes left. And that'll be.
Keep in mind, you also have Bless, in case that matters.
Oh, okay.
The drow in here will turn around now, surrounded by Snowsong and Gweled, will try to eliminate as much of threats as it can, making one strike towards Snowsong.
Disadvantage.
Correct. And one strike towards Goel. As the light blinds them, and the creature tries to strike them to no avail as Goel. You are up next. Goel.
Yeah.
You are up next.
Okay. That's on the one that I'm trying to kill.
That definitely hits. And bashing their skull down.
The next one.
The drow will survive that as you move up for a strike the first one, then strike onto their chest. They are faint, nearly out of breath. But your last attack with your warhammer will just strike them down, and Naga turns and looks
crits.
towards you as he will say, "Now that's Krusnakson."
And I'm gonna take a leap right on top of Elwyn.
You don't have, you just walk over him.
Just lifts my leg up a little higher than usual. and just-
Lift your leg.
I think else good.
No, that's it. I think Snowsong has not.
Snowsong is up.
Yeah, has not taken the acid form.
I do not think that he did, yes. I think he can still use it.
No, he doesn't have much health. I don't think. Withstand. So he's just gonna go normal charge it.
How about it? 19 will hit. The creature did not take the reaction back because it used it on Judas, so that hits for 3 extra points of slashing damage. Roll me the normal damage. And another 10, and the creature needs to make a strength saving throw. What's the saving throw for that? It's a DC 14. It actually falls prone. As also jumps on them, and the guys go.
Oh, that's it.
As the moment that sunlight appears and the drow are excruciating against it, the drow in here will turn back towards where the demon is and towards where potential other targets might be and say, "Dispel that light now!" But for the time being, the shadow demon will start to fly up ahead, and they are not great to fight in sunlight, as they will move up forth and attempt to get closer and closer, as it will use each action. That's 45 feet of movement, and that's another 10 for 15 points of movement as it fuses and melts with the wall. Vala, you are up next. You are technically from that point about 30 feet of movement, I think, or even less so. 25 feet of movement. Oh wait, I have not put you on the other side of the screen. Here you are. 25 feet of movement will get you pretty much in here, so you still have 5 more feet.
Yeah. Wow. So, you know, do I recognize the shadow demon?
There is bright light everywhere because of the way that most of your allies are equipped. So yes, definitely.
Mostly, my question was if I recognize it as a shadow demon, like that it's a
It
creature
should
that.
be clear and display that the creature abhor is very
Sure.
much afraid and horrified of the sight of darkness.
All right, then let's give it some more light, Vala will unleash a Twilight Smite on it, trying to hurt it even further.
The Shadow Demon will not only fail their attempt to do so, they will actually get pretty wrecked by the light as they are vulnerable to it.
And that will be Vala's turn for now.
And right after that, Jeffers, you are up next.
Okay. I'm cool with however you want to rule this, because it's your game. I'm just going to display it in ET. I feel like there's an invisible motherfucker in here. But Dispel Magic doesn't say it requires sight. It just says I choose a creature or magical effect within range. Would I be able to sort of just grasp at the weave and, like, I know there's someone using
I'll help
invisibility?
you a little bit in this regard. One lightning bolt was hurled from this location, and a demon was summoned from this location. So there are two different ones. Which one you will disperse, it's yours.
Damn, cuh. That's a good question. Actually. Puts my thinking cap on. Sorry. How much is 60, 40 foot cube actually? Oh, that's not. It's gonna be 20 feet then to make a 40-foot cube. Then.
Correct.
Okay. Yes, I'd like to cast slow again, but target all the enemies in this, and then if there is an invisible fucker still in the radius, that person, so that their spell casting is slowed as well.
Let's make the wisdom saves at first for the ones that you see, and if there is a mage in there, they make the wisdom save as well. Meaning that, what's the saving throw, Jeffrey? Just keep an eye on. So this one makes it, this one fails in here. Everyone else fails, please.
I'll throw it up again for posterity's sake.
Anything else, Jeffers?
Yeah. I remember this guy. He did a lot to me last time I saw him. I will, Oh, I'm standing in Muggy's radius, so I will, move a little bit faster than usual. I'll get over here in this corner so I don't get shot. Who needs inspiration right now? We'll give Judas inspiration since he's being so helpful. Hey man, I really appreciate you dampening these hits on me. Deal some hits out too. I'll give you Bardic Inspiration, Judas. And Muggy will fly over and Stab this fucker that's prone on the ground.
Go for it. $14 sadly still with a -2 to the AC will not hit.
Yeah, that's about right. That's my
And anything else, Thrus?
no. Oh
As
fuck!
all right?
Oh wait. No, I did it. Low wisdom. That's my turn.
As indeed into and through the slow, magic will try to be cast. And let's roll 1d20. 7, meaning that the effect happens normally, as is. As they are slow, they turn and they heed what their leader tasked them with. And they will target at Regulus with another Dispel Magic. This is a 3rd level Dispel Magic. They don't have more potent spell slot to use that would make any difference regardless. That means they need to make a
Which
DC
one?
17. One that you do not see. One that you do not see. An invisible.
Ah, they're freaking invisible. This is the pain, people. Once again, wait, sorry, just in curiosity. Technically speaking, Grace Invisibly, yes. However, each time he does use a verbal or somatic component, verbal especially, shouldn't we be able to roll a perception test
You
to see
hear
if we can spot
of
where-
them.
Yes, but you
I can put them on
target
the map.
where
I can
no,
put them
but
on
I
the
mean,
map
you
even.
can-
Counterspell requires a visual. It doesn't
Sight.
require.
No, that's fine.
Sound.
That wasn't more the question. Was I don't want him to show him, but what I was more in the sense is, shouldn't we each time they're casting a spell make a perception check to see if we can locate the general?
You don't need to make a
location of them?
perception check, mainly because they are not hidden. They are invisible. Just for I had them on the GM layer because they were further behind, but you already knew their position from where they casted those spells.
Okay, that's what I mean.
But yeah,
Okay,
more than
that's
fine,
fine.
regardless.
I can't counterspell because he's invisible. That's fine. All good.
And they need to make a DC 17 intelligence check, but in order to try and dispel the Mote of Stars, Crown of Stars. Bless goes away, Regulus, for sure, because Bless disperses every, not Bless, Dispel Magic disperses any other spell on you, and I think also Gift of Alacrity goes away on you, if I recall, because it has a duration of 8 hours. But the only thing that it needs to roll for is the Crown of Stars. They have a +3. And they nearly depleted. You see, as they draw maids into the blindness of them, try to contain, and your bless wanes from you, Regulus. Your gift of alacrity as well, your magic that manipulating time and ushering you with warning. And as the light of those modes starts to dim, you yell out, "No!" And the light flashes even more so potently as they fail to dispel them. They move a little bit to the side, making some sound, and they repeat the wisdom save at the end of the turn against slow. Still slowed, as is. The drow up in here will continue to focus and heed the words they heard from their leader, as this one will ask in Elvis, "Where did the lizard go?" "Around here." And this one will move over to here and take an attack towards you, Jethros, turn with his hand crossbow and shoot you.
That hits, I think.
For 9, which is 4 points of damage, and the other points of damage go to Judas, that is. And I need you to make me a con save first for the poison, and then for your concentration, depending on what exactly you
I
want.
just realized that. Could I try and silvery barbs? Because I just realized I have a bunch of stuff focusing on me right
Of
now.
course. Let's reroll the attack. It hits.
Just not crit.
It's not a crit, though. So you take 3 points of piercing damage, and first make me for the poison con save.
Yes, sir. Poison con save. 5. So I think that's just straight up.
I think you lose not only concentration, but you also go unconscious. As a single shot strikes onto Jeffers, and he loses not only his magic, but his own enemies, he also loses.
Wait. Wait
Go ahead,
Wait a second.
Go ahead.
Hang on.
Go ahead.
I can't be put to sleep.
It is not a sleep. It's more of you're unconscious.
Oh, well, that's okay.
Wake up, you douche.
As the
Reroll. Insp.
Go for it.
And what use is this? Okay.
Could change you from being.
No, I know. I'm just looking at, my sleepy time ability.
You know what's the nice thing at least about it is you can be passed out on the ground lying there and it wouldn't make a change to your ward. So
Are you talking about the moon thing? The messenger. That does nothing except help you on short rest. I think you could still even be put to sleep.
No.
As Jeffries, the poison numbs you, and you drop to the ground. You weren't flying high, right? You just
I had landed because I wanted to use tremor sense, but it...
More than fine. As you just slowly drop to the side over there in a slumber. Got him! He yells out aloud as the other drover to here with Goel in front of it. It will take the disengage action and move further behind as the lizard might be now asleep, allowing them to cast spells again. They see Regulus's magic still lingering in there. And he will grab his blade and make attacks as the leader will turn. Take that light out! And he will make attacks against Judas. But first, he will attempt to cast darkness around him. This one you see, Judas. This one you are able to count the spell if you will. As he will start to spin the weapon around to try and engulf you and itself in darkness.
no. No.
You're doing counter spell, that is.
Yeah, no, basically.
As the creature tries to make this place dark, as you raise your sword up high and you absorb it, they turn and look towards you. Fascinating that might be. And it will make 2 of its attacks, given that you negated the spellcasting attempt of them.
Wait, is it a bonus action, his shadow? Is the casting a spell bonus action or what?
It says part of the multi-attack, the draw can also use spellcasting to cast darkness. So
I'm trying to save you a counter spell real quick. They can't cast darkness.
Why not?
Well, I mean they can, but it won't work because any light created by a spell of 2nd level or higher should destroy the darkness, shouldn't it? Because it says that it dispels light of 2nd level or lower, but shouldn't it be defeated by?
I'll tell you right now. There is a chance. I think that is the power of sun on daylight that it actually dispels this. Give me a second. You might be correct. If any of the spell overlaps with an area of light.
Yeah, you're also reading that incorrectly, cousin. The Jarl attacks will make 3 attacks. One of them can be replaced with an Archbow attack. The Jarl can also use spell casting to cast darkness. That's 2 separate entities. It's not part of the previous sentence.
It is part of the multi-attack feature, meaning that it cannot... This is all part of the multi-attack.
No,
but it does not replace an attack. It can also do that.
No, well, that's what I'm trying to say.
The Drow uses spellcasting every time.
Yes, every single time it takes the multi-attack action, it also uses the spellcasting, because the multi-attack is the action it takes. just to keep an eye on.
A drow
That is
has
what it
3 ranged
says.
attacks, 1 can be reversed for crossbow attack. The drow can also use spellcasting to cast darkness. It doesn't say. Oh, never mind. Badly worded.
It's very, very, very strange. I'm trying to figure out if that the overlap within the areas. I'll ignore it for the time being. I'll assume that there is the light of the Crown of Stars, because that was the attempt to dispel it regardless. So they make their attacks. Do they still make them at disadvantage if they are in the dim light of the light? Give me a second.
Told you, Warlock space and supervision, yeah.
I think that too. I will roll with disadvantage for the time being because I'm not entirely certain of that, but I'll have to relook that exact situation. But 3 attacks towards Judas. 1, 2, and 3. The creature tries again and again to harm you with the blade, Judas, but fails with each strike to get you, as the bright light from the Crown of Stars is certainly a bane to them, and they will move further behind to get a little bit of distance away from that. The drow over to here that is getting wrecked by Goel and Snowsong will get up and try to strike at both Goel and Snowsong. This is on Goel at disadvantage, and this is on Snowsong. As they try to fight in the absence of darkness, they are way worse fighters as they are. This one will move further behind as well, and this one will attempt to incapacitate Judas as well, hurling hand crossbow shot to them.
One hit.
Technically, Judas, you should have reaction to attack either of the two, because you don't use your counter spell. As Regular said, it probably does intervene in that.
Yeah, well, considering that, then I'll attack the one before it disappears.
Which one?
The second one who's going to shoot me with a crossbow bolt.
Go for it. Not only that you will strike them, you will also knock them down as they try to move behind and strike you with a bow, as with their crossbow. As right after that, the orc beside will get the opportunity and start pinning down the lower, the more weak enemies, trying to pin them down. The two in front of it. One of them won't hit, the other one will, as it will strike a blow onto the drow in front of it and pin that to the ground, as Naga takes a few steps behind to get a bit of range on his attacks. As Elwin, you are up next.
I don't like these, so run. Yeah. So, Alon as a character seeing Jethros falling down, it will try to wake him up. But I will ask out of character, does Jethros to me wake him up? Yes or no?
Do what you will. I don't. It's fine with me.
Okay. I will run here. Is that a wall next to this thing?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I will slap Jethros. Wait. Before that, question: can I use my athletic to break the wall?
You can make attacks at the wall, but you cannot destroy the wall with an athletics check. It's not that easy to crumble.
Okay. I will use my action to wake up Jethros.
Elwin will move past and turn toward Jethros as he will grab and shake them up to try and get them up to speed.
Oh God, you're still alive. Good. You need to wake up. I think I moved 25 feet, right? So I was here. Yeah. Then I will.
Yes.
I will walk 5 feet. That will be my. I will bonus action. a second wind because it am hurt a lot. And that will be my turn.
As right after that, and as the area becomes a little bit more clear with the bright light of Regulus making things very uncomfortable for the drow into the distance, the other drow mate that is out over towards there sees the bright light. Maybe then this, okay, and invisible as that might be, they will try and use a little bit of their magic, but this time they will appear upon doing so, as they will turn and target Goel. Goel, make me a wisdom saving throw. As the drow will turn towards you, command you and shift your own senses as it speaks in Elvis, and for those that will hear it and are able to see it all the way at the back, will say, little good light will do you once their allies turn against you. And the drow will sneak to the side. The drow over to here will turn around and try to incapacitate Judas with a shot on the back. That won't hit, but Judas, you are up next.
All things considered. Yeah, that would work. I will move up from behind to this guy here. I will get advantage if I attack him, right?
Goel, I think, has attacked him, so yes, and this is the target of your hex as well, yes.
Come on. Where's the critical you needed?
That is for 21 points of damage.
And 5 necrotic.
And another 5 points of necrotic. They're still up, not blooded yet.
Bye!
Second attack will for sure make them blooded. As Judas comes towards them and starts to slice against the drow. Anything else, Judas?
A little bit pissed about that. I was hoping for a crit. Sigh. I shall move in 25 here and take opportunity attack from it if he's attacking me.
The drow blooded now won't take an opportunity attack, especially now that it is in sunlight, which is a bane to it. Anything else, Judas?
No, that's me.
Regulus, you are up next.
Okay, I'm going to do one of the older tricks in the book. I'm going to hold a spell and use subtle spell on it, so that it's allows me to use the 60 foot of free fly.
Go for it.
And I will. He's got a hell of a distance away. So that's flying 60 feet for free. Actually, I might fly my regular speed, just so I can use some of the free no attack movement, and then hold the spell. And I'll move over here. I have a question about a certain spell. If I used distance spell on a chain lightning, would it be able to travel 60 feet, the bolt? Or is it just the initial range of the spell?
Depends on how the distance spell says. The range of the spell, it is the initial jump of it. Like how far you can target the first target. The 150 feet becomes 300.
I won't. They'll still be subtle then, for that purpose. So I will do that, I guess it won't get a fourth target unless this guy's in 30-foot range. Yeah, he is. Actually, I'll get all the drow. I'll do this one as the main target, and then it'll arc to this one, and to this one. Or,
Do you need to be able to see? Because this one
need
is
to be
still
able to
at
see the
greater
first.
invisibility.
I need to be able to see the first target. The bolts just
Okay.
go to enemies.
More than 5 then, yeah. So this
So,
is
yeah,
the
it'll be
main
these
target,
Or drow.
and the other drow. Go for it.
Yeah.
Roll me the damage.
Okay, this is chain lightning. That's not disadvantage, but it can be.
I won't roll for the main drow, mainly because the main drow stands no chance of surviving this. I roll for the other 3, which the drow mage will take full on. There's no chance that they will be able to keep their concentration on a DC 23, so that greater invisibility is definitely out of the way, and they are blooded. The other 2 both make it, taking 23 points of lightning damage in the process. They get zapped by a powerful spell. As Regulus flies all the way towards there, and on his way back just hurls a burst of light that completely destroys and disintegrates as the creature bursts in a zap of lightning, and the lightning will arc around and anything else Regulus.
I point my staff at this this fellow over here, and I shoot a one of the orbs at him.
Go for it. $18, I think, should hit. However, they will use their reaction to cast Shield and protect themselves as he slams his staff into the ground and protect them from the attack.
Did we short rest before? Not
At the
before
camp.
this fight.
It was at
Did
the
I
camp.
use Favored by the Gods in the last fight?
I think so.
If you have marked it down, I think you did.
Okay,
If you have it marked down.
yeah, that's because he's shielded. But that just raises the AC for an attack, right? So does that
Yes.
theoretically let me still? No, I can't. I can't insp on a thing that he shielded, right?
Go for it if you want. I'm okay with that. I don't mind it that much.
Okay.
That hits.
It's okay. Yeah. Greatest damage, but still a con save if he has concentration.
A 50-50, that is. As that will do 18 points of radiant damage, and as well, you turn around and you look at Snowsong as you're about to just slam your warhammers on them. The magic fades, and you're in control again, as Dominate Person is removed. Your turn, go.
I know exactly the person who gave or did dominate person, right? Would I know?
You saw them casting magic towards you, and you could feel the presence in the back of your mind over there.
I'll go directly towards them, doing 45 movement.
Give me a second, because you would have to move like that. That is 50 feet of movement to here. I'll assume you will use your bonus action to dash.
Yes.
You won't take an opportunity attack from this one, as it is trying to parry itself.
Man, if that isn't a lesson.
Alright, hammer time because this bitch gotta die. And I am an angry boy. The reckless dogs.
Both of those hit.
That would be
Making them bloodied as you turn towards the creature with your hammers and just bust them onto the chest. They drop to the ground, and you hurl a strike onto the head. Nearly as their head smacks against the ground, they start bleeding profoundly from there.
Snosog will go after Goel and do the action dash. Then he'll just stand there. And that'll be his turn.
The shadow demon in here will find that opportunity to try and get towards Vala as it will fly all the way through the wall towards them, but that is still a dash action to approach at them. And Vala, you are up next.
All right. Well, seeing as the creature has approached too close, Vala will proceed to radiate the same holy light that otherwise goes to descend onto others. Now it will burst out from her, around her. So she will cast a word of radiance, saying, "Don't even think to approach me. I've had it with your kind."
I don't think that works great for the shadow demon as the creature tries and moves with its claws towards you. And as you speak those words, light shines from you, Vala, and there's nothing left there. Shadow demons is destroyed.
Woo! And she is going to move down the stairs. Right. Things seem lovely. And she will approach towards Elwin, and that will be turn.
As you move towards them, the drow in here will turn and speak towards you. Sister, why do you fight amongst them? Why do you fight against your own people? But I'll assume there's no response from Vala at that moment as
Wait.
he's towards you. That was
Yeah,
the
Val,
drow.
why are you
that
doing
spoke.
that?
Okay, for a moment I legit thought they were talking to Elwin.
No, to you this time. As you're approaching, the drow over to here will see you, will and see as you approach, see that you're fighting against them, and will say, "Sister, why are you fighting us? Why are you fighting against your people?"
Okay. Can Vala be bereft of her reaction because she takes some time to process why is the drow talking to her? Like she doesn't respond. She's standing there looking at it like, what, am I making a mistake? Is there something I'm missing?
Of course, you cannot have a reaction if you want. That is more than fine with me. And Jethris, you are up next. You're no longer incapacitated,
Okay.
Jethris.
I think I'm gonna save my spells. I come over here and I pop a cap in this guy. He's still alive, right?
Still alive. I guess you get up from prone, but yeah.
Oh yeah,
When you go,
I totally do that.
It's okay.
He crawling.
How about them?
Actually, I can. Yeah, let me move Muggy because I want to be able. Can you move Muggy for 1 second so that I can see if I would be able to see this guy right here? No, I
Over
mean
here?
like, I mean like, can you move him so that I can see what Jethris sees?
Oh,
Because
okay. I'll put
I can
you
still see from
on
Muggy's
that
perspective.
corner.
Yeah, I
in
don't see
here.
him. Okay. Then I will just have Jethris fire. We'll say 1 mineral shot at this guy. That's not the thing.
Towards them.
This guy.
Go for it.
This one, and then 2 at this guy. Because I can just barely see him.
Go for it.
I will. 1, 2,
That
3.
hits. The other two would hit, but they will use the reaction to shield.
Yeah, fuck you. For 6 points of damage.
And I think for Maggie.
Yeah. Maybe there will be something from Muggy. Wait, let me just check if I have any bardics left real quick. What the fuck is it? There it is. Alright. I have one last bardic. I'll say. After Elwyn has just awoken me and then saved me from my unconsciousness, I will say to Elwyn, "The fuck you doing? Get back in the fight, man!" Give you a bardic inspiration. And Muggy will stab this guy bad.
Go for it.
10.
Sadly not an advantage, as the drow will once again be able to avoid this. Anything else, Jeffers?
I guess not. That's it.
The drow is up next, and they will turn and look towards Judas for a moment. Remind me, Judas, if I recall correctly, Judas originally is a half-elf, right? He has elven ears.
That is correct.
He will turn and look towards you, as the drow woman in here will look wounded from the lightning bolt, in pain, her staff onto the ground, barely able to cast shield. She grabs the staff, turns up and looks towards you. I don't know what they made you, brother, what you've been turned to, but you were once of our kind. Do not fight against your people. Fight them, those that will to see us divided. And they will move a little bit closer towards Regulus. You bring the light of the sun in the place where it does not exist. And once again, will attempt to cast Dispel Magic on that. I think I am barely within range of Jethros, though I'm not sure if Jethros can actually see them. I'll tell you right now if you can. You can see them, barely Jethros, and Judas is within range as well.
Yes, Judas just goes. When she does that, he just goes. He says, "It is the goddess' pleasure to see you suffer. So suffer." And I'll count the spell as she tries to do, probably to make darkness or something.
Trying to dim the light of Regulus, that is quite true, as the drow over to here sees what Judas is doing, see what Regulus doing in the distance. He looks onto that one and then starts to rush up forth as much as he can. And let's see. What can he do? Just to keep an eye, Regulus, you are doing 30 feet of bright light and 30 feet of dim light, correct? Or 15, 50?
I think it's until I have 4.
Okay, so it's still 30 feet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, isn't dim sunlight still sunlight?
It is. I'm keeping track of other abilities they have. As they cannot reach back there, cannot do that as well. So this one will turn and start to rush up forward, and that will be 15 feet to get in here, and then attempt to use one of his attacks to try and hurl a shot towards you, Regulus.
Disadvantage.
That is correct. It still hits.
Matter. Yeah. Hits.
For 7 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make me a con saving throw.
How
As
close
you
am I
will,
to it? No, miles away.
he will turn and hurl a shot towards you to try and incapacitate you.
Well, it's impossible for him to incapacitate me.
He tries, regardless. And he will then move up forth and will make a cleaving strike to both you and Snowsong, as there's no reason for them to cast darkness, but they will try at the very least to get both you and Snowsong in battle. With disadvantage, this is on you, Regulus,
It hits.
and this is on Snowsong. I don't think that hits.
Doesn't.
So this is on Regulus.
Ow.
As the blade of gloom slices on through Regulus, it's a good thing you're not holding concentration. No, that would be still a small saving throw to be made in that, but they try to bypass through the two of you, and that will be their turn as the drow over to here will look towards Elwin and Vala, seeing that this battle might not be able to turn. He will move up here and, as an action, drop his shield and unequip it and drop his weapon as well. And he will look towards both Elwin and Vala and say, "You are fighting for the wrong side in here. Unite with us, brother and sister. Be one for reunite our people for one just cause." And as he's saying all that potentially nice stuff, Nugget will just try to put 2 arrows into their head. Only none. Only one. Straight
Nice.
through the drow's head, as the oak will just shut them down before it is able to speak. And if
Is he dead?
the drow is dead,
Alright, so I can transfer the mark, right?
as a bonus action, but yes. And Elwin, you are up next.
Couldn't I incite him? Like, I don't understand. Is he like thinking because we're all of us like have the blood of elf? Because that can confuse Elwin. Because to him, they're the people that slaved him, threw him in a pit, like did a horrible thing for all his years of enslavement.
The drow definitely did so.
He's confused about it, kind of. What the word? Hypocrisy? Hypocrites. Is that the right word? Yes. I will walk here. And I will attack this guy.
Go for it.
Does all that hit?
Yes, the pretty sure maybe your first two strikes are enough. Your first 2 strikes are enough to bring them down, but you just move towards them, grab your weapon, and slash at their chest and slam your Morning Star onto their head. Brother! As they speak, they get stricken down.
I'm not your brother. Sorry, I will return again because I lost how many feet I moved. Wait, give me a second. I was here. No, not here.
20 feet of
Here.
movement for you to get there.
No, yeah, you're right. 20 feet.
20 feet gets you here.
Okay, so I'll move 10 feet. And yeah, I will stand there. That will be my turn.
And the drow in front of Goel will gather all of its might and magic. Lightning starts to course through it. Time to go down. I'll take you one of those pigs with me. And he will just hurl and lash with his most potent spell slot, which is a 5th level lightning bolt. Up 4th. To Goel, Snowsong, and Regulus. And I need the 3 of you to make me dex saving throws. Unlimited power! No, I'm not kidding, he's not saying that. But I need Goel and Regulus both to roll me their dex saves. Goel, you are at advantage. You make the save. So Goel, you take 10 points of damage. Regulus, you take 40 points of lightning and a potent big burst from it. And Judas, you are up next. You take 10. Because you reduce it by half, that's 20, and then another 10. Oh, you mean you have temporary? Okay, I see. Okay.
Yeah, my last.
That's
adrenaline.
okay. You barely took just a scorch mark onto your shoulder.
Is it possible for Vala to call out that to not finish the last drab off?
For sure, I'll say that this indeed was your postponed reaction to all of this.
All right, so she will call out. Don't kill her.
Judas, you are up next. You call out to her to suffer. Everything is happening at the same time, just to keep an eye on. So, Judas, you are up next.
As he moves closer, he kind of sees the picture of his ex-lover kind of forming in front of her. And in a rage, he will attack her. But he will do it non-lethally in the sense that he's wanting to make her suffer. He's hearing the words of the goddess saying, yes, you must suffer. You must live to suffer. Don't kill. Don't kill yet. And he shall attack recklessly.
Fortuna does not hit. 17 she will block with a shield. You do have a bardic there if you want to use.
Yeah, well. Let's use the bardic on the second one.
Roll a d8. Has to be 3 or above. That hits.
She has a shield? Lucky bitch.
She shields, but your blade bursts with thunderous damage and destroys the shield as your blade zips towards them. Assume this is non-lethal, Judas, the way you phrased it?
Yes, I did say. As he comes across and he tries to cut one down, she blocks it with a shield. Roaring, he brings it again down, but the shield holds. Angry still, as he brings it down, the sword almost for a third time, and she brings up the shield to block. He kicks her in the stomach as she falls to the floor, and he basically kicks her in the face as she's out.
Regulus, you are up next.
I don't like this guy in front of me. Is he wearing metal armor?
The one in front of you is wearing studded leather.
Bitch. Anyway, I'm gonna hit him with or try to hit him with a shocking grasp.
Bitch.
17 will hit.
He doesn't get a reaction. I back up and shoot him in the face.
For another 22 points of radiant damage as Regulus flies behind and hurls a mode of sunlight on top of them to even hurl them much more. And now Regulus, I think it drops to 15 and 15 feet, right? The light.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else, Regulus?
Nope.
And go ahead.
Actually, I'll
sorry?
I'll fly up so that he doesn't get melee attacks on me. That blade hurts.
There's not that big of a room to avoid completely the reach, but you can just cling to the ceiling to keep as much distance as possible. But you hover above. If you want to move around somewhere else, that's more than fine as well. You have 60 feet of movement, I think. No, you don't. You used your bonus action to attack, not the cooking spell. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
As Grael, you are up next.
Hammer time. No, I think. Do you think it would be a good idea if Goel would look at Snowsong falling from that lightning strike? and would have to make a save again? Or would that make it too difficult?
I am all for it. I'll give you an inspiration even so. It technically should happen mechanically. That's not how it is phrased, so I don't penalize you any further. However, if you feel that the rage is seeping in, go for it. It's way
Yeah.
more thematic, of course.
Yeah. Wow. Fucking.
Able to contain.
You guys are too fucking lucky. All right.
Don't
As
don't
if it
let me
wouldn't
put you to
murder
sleep again.
instantly.
Yeah.
I'm
As
gonna
if we
try
didn't
and
have
kill-
to. Never mind. Sorry.
He killed Regulus before any of us. We're okay.
That hits. And you
Universal.
bash the skull into the ground.
Then I'm gonna go towards this one, suplex with the warhammer. Does the second attack, or does it only need the first one?
The first attack you did only.
Do I carry over the second roll, or do I roll again?
If you're making an attack, yes. If you want to do something else with the attack, that's more than fine. Up to you.
No, I'm attacking, so I'm guessing it misses, and this is
15
bonus
does
action.
not hit indeed, but your bonus action will hit. 19
19.
points of damage. And they are bloodied after that. Anything else, girl?
No.
Vala, you are up next.
All right. So let's see what we got here. Vala will move, and you know what? She will invoke the Queen's mercy upon the drow that Judas just sent to the ground. Just to make sure she doesn't die. And I think as an action, let me see what we got. Uh-huh. Nothing much. Oh, you know what? There's just a single drow over there. From what I see, there doesn't seem to be any more drow, right?
Not as far as you can see or you can hear.
All right. So Vala, as an action, will turn to the last fighting drow and say that you can die by my friend's hand, or you can keep your life and answer whatever we have to ask you. Would that be some check or?
You can make me. I guess you're interacting with them. There is no chance in this scenario to actually influence them, but you can make me an insight check to kind of just get a better understanding of them. Try to reach out towards them and understand how they speak, their mindset, something that's sharp.
Okay, absolutely. Let's see, that's gonna be a 16.
You turn and speak towards them, try to hold their weapon, try to spare their life. He turns back towards you, Vala, and you see as his blade with this dark magic is bound, his eyes glow with fiendish hue for a moment. He looks back towards you. I am too far gone, but you will soon realize that we are fighting the just cause. Those that you call allies are not. They are fiends to be disposed. You see Vala in this one's eyes, somewhat of resilience, of thought. You see that he is very much willing to die for a cause.
All
Like a
right.
justicar or a crusader of sorts.
Well, fanaticism for sure.
Yes.
Uh,
Out of
okay.
fanatic.
That is discomforting, but yeah, that would be Vala's turn.
Jeffries, you are up next.
I go into a jog. Okay, right here. I run up. Does this guy still look hostile? Even after Valor's
Yes, he's about to strike at Goel, as he was the one that said that he's too far gone already.
Yeah. Yeah, I just didn't know if he heard it. Yeah, this guy looks like a bitch. I'll shoot him.
How about them?
Pardon me, Vala. Just move your head to the side a little bit. 5 or 3.
All 3 hit.
That's a first. For 10, 11, 27?
Just blast them. Are you throwing them away as well, or?
Yeah, just for the hell of it.
Blasting them to the side, as anything else, Jeffries.
No.
As he gets streaked into the corner, he grabs his blade once again. He looks towards Goel, looks towards Sosong. He sees his response earlier on to this. I see. Then maybe this will change things, and he will move up forward. And at the end of Sosong's turn, you should have made a death saving throw, Goel. Just to keep an eye on.
I
Roll
did.
me that on the. Oh, did you? I did not see that. Oh, I see it now. As he will move up forward, and the wind, bright and sunlight as it is, the attack is at normal. He first turns and slices onto the hound with an attack at normal. That is.
So?
Yes, he tries to strike Snowsong, but the light blinds him, and he will try a second time. Once anew. I think that as his blade just carves and destroys. Go ahead.
Can I... 50 feet.
Silver bombs.
Yeah. Who's he
when we roll
attacking
that.
again? Sorry.
Snowsong.
Hey, don't hit the Fido, man. Yes, yeah.
I think it actually saves Snowsong. As he will try a second time, he look up towards Jeffries. He sees his wounds, he sees his trauma. He realizes that he doesn't have much more time, and he looks up back towards you. Girl, screw it, and he will try to slice at you. Advantage, because you were recklessly attacking them. Makes it known. An
Wow,
attack
this guy's failing.
that won't hit. Sunlight is destroying them. Nugget will move to the side over here, take aim, attempt to hide at first. Let's see the passive perception. More than that, so they have disadvantage, not more than that. So the first attack is at advantage, second one at normal. One of which will hit on them for 14 more points of piercing damage as he buries another arrow onto them. And Elwin, you are up next.
Oh, it's my turn. And everyone is far from me. Well. Is this guy bloodied?
Yes,
How blooded he is?
blooded, below 50%.
I will try something. It might succeed, it might fail, but I'll try it. Wait,
Go ahead.
just to be sure about it, how far he is from me? I can. It is 90 feet.
You will use your magic to render them docile.
Oh wait, is it
But
that?
sadly. It is left. Draw elf, Alvin.
It's like the moment I cast the spell, I remember that. Like, oh, you're a elf, right? Sorry.
Anything else, Alvin?
I'm shaking my head that Elwyn reached the level that doesn't see Drow as an elf anymore.
As Alvin thinks for a quick second on that, to recognize that they are elves as well.
Yeah, that's it.
And Judas, you are up next.
Well, it doesn't seem like anybody wants to kill this one. She's out. And they're just fighting that guy left, right?
That is what seems to be the case right now.
The goddess just continues screaming in his head. It's like, was it? She can't die. Let her suffer. Let her suffer. So, as our bonus action, I will transfer the hex to this guy, but Judas will basically take a defensive position over this woman, making sure she doesn't get offed by an arrow shooting orc at the back there, or a crazy berserker orc over here. Jeffress, you're not a murderer. You're a philandering Cosmo sex fiend. That's the
A Cosmo sex fin, okay. That's a new title for Jethros into his book. As Judas turns and keeps towards keeps close to the drow maids to make sure that they will not die as regulars. You are up next. We cannot hear you if you are speaking English.
I'm
Go ahead.
muted as well, always. Can I use advantage shopping grasp? Shocking grasp.
Yes, of course.
Okay. One. Finally. Not big, but you know. Why is it only? Oh, it's probably because I had it. I need to roll one more d8.
One extra d8 it should be. For 37 points of damage as regulars you move right behind them, grab them from the skull and shock them. Scorch them. And put an end to them. And I will go ahead regular, sorry.
I was say if that's the last one, yeah.
And as they drop down, I will drop initiatives. Give me just 5 to 10 minutes. Everyone can take a break just to refresh ourselves after that long, excruciating fight. And we'll be right back to continue from here. But take a quick break, everyone. At the very least, I really need it.
I need food.
Come back.
I'm also here.
Listen, Kyler was a dynamic lightning night.
Yeah, and I have to. Sorry, I know it's going to get better when you guys get back to daylight savings, and I can be probably stay a bit longer. But I have to go as well.
Okay,
But
Judas.
I'll give another 15 minutes or so. If it is any RP involving the woman, else Judas will just be following because Val asked him to protect the woman. He does so, and then he'll just basically be ringing in ears, saying she should be kept alive so she can suffer more.
And I assume at the very least, at the start of once everyone is back, we will probably have a moment of being here to try and figure out what the
Yeah.
hell those drow were talking about. If you want to stay for those 15 minutes, that's
Yeah,
okay.
I'll
If
stay,
you
I'll stay
actually have
for a
to go,
bit,
feel free.
and I'll stay for a bit then. But yes, I probably can't stay too long, but I'll try.
No worries. I think it's another month until daylight. Yeah, one more month. I guess nearly 2 months. Like at the end of March.
What are you in the Arctic?
No?
Get it? 1
No.
month till daylight? Haha.
Um,
Ha.
Oh, okay. I did not get it. It went straight through my head.
Oh, sweet mercy. You went
Let's do a quick check, see who is back, and if we are ready to continue from here. Vala, are you back?
Aye, aye.
Goel? Assume not for the time. Judas, I'll assume you're here.
Aye.
Jethers?
Yes.
Elwin? Elwin wrote that he is back. I'll assume he is back as
Sorry,
well.
sorry, Mule.
worries.
I forget there are two type of mute I have. One in Discord, a second one in the microwave. I said microwave. The microphone that I have.
It's a mute and deafen. I see how you mean. And Regulus? I'll assume Regulus is muted, but he is speaking. Back
Actually
into
eating.
here. Oh, okay. Well, muted, I guess. As Goel is just busting the skull out of the drow over to here as he will turn his attention towards Snowsong. You will see as onto the other side from behind, slowly moving towards you, Nugget is just keeping an eye to those drow. He tries to kick them a little bit to see if they're still alive. If not, he just stabs them with his arrow, but slowly, taking time to do so. If there are any last twitching movements, just make sure that all of those are dead. They aren't making any movement, as he's taking his time in doing so.
Well, Vala will approach the sole survivor.
The drow stands down onto the ground, unable to speak, as he's unconscious.
Vala will be trying to use. You can only stabilize someone with with a medicine check. Is that right?
Correct. I guess you are proficient magic enough to kind of just, at the very least, you need to let them rest a little bit so they can come back to their full strength. Well, not full, but to some semblance of strength.
Use to spare the dying. They get up at a huge amount of hit points, kills one of us.
Sheesh. Right. You know what? Screw this. Might as well do it.
Vala will use a mass cure wounds, targeting. Let me
You
check.
can use as part of a short rest. I think you can use still your medic feature if you want.
It's
You
only
can
for
do that if you want.
it's only for hit die. I can't. I can't help a creature regain hit points. It's the healer feat you're thinking for. You're thinking of medic
Oh,
only.
okay.
Yeah, medic only maximizes one of the hit die. One of the hit dice. Die. You know.
Ooh. I see. Well,
Um,
get healer too.
I mean, I am planning to
Yeah,
actually.
don't
No,
confuse the DM.
I really should. I really should. But but Vala's wisdom is 19. I just can't
You
stand looking
really
at it.
shouldn't, but you want to. That is what you mean. I
Well,
understand.
yes. Healer's actually pretty good, especially the higher levels, since it bothers with the hit dice of a creature. So the more hit dice a creature has, the more it heals.
I see.
Um,
Go
but
for it. I mean, if you want to just return them
hmm,
to 1 hit point for so they can be able to speak and stuff as such, don't use a 5th level spell slot. It feels like a
hmm.
little bit of a waste, right? Now just give them a few minutes and
Um,
use a medicine check to snap them back in 4 minutes or something as such.
frankly, I was going to use it because it will also heal the whole of
Go
my
for it
team.
then.
So it's not that I was going to just heal one person. Honestly, it feels more of a waste to just use a spell slot for that person. Might as well, use something that will help more. So Vala will use a mass cure wounds, and she will. Oh my god, that's terrible. Um, and she will use it to heal basically. I think it's 6 people, right? Up to 6. So that will be Elwin, Judas, the Drow, Regulus,
The
Goel,
trial
Jethus.
gets 28.
Yeah, true.
Wow.
And basically, the whole of the group, bar any familiars or summons, will get 17 hit points each. It ain't
As
much.
you are doing so, Nugget will move up forward and notice what you're doing. And he will speak. What is going on over here?
These Drow, they said something to me. I intend to find out why.
Lies. Should take the tongue then. The Nugget will move past, but allow you to do so.
If what they say, if I do realize they're lying to me, take whatever you want from them. Now, I know you can speak. She will tell the previously unconscious Drow. So tell me, why did one of you call me? And the word will have some obvious disgust in it, in her voice. Sister.
She looks and around, her eyes first as she tries to recuperate from this hands into the wound that Judas made. She looks around, looks towards you, Vala, looks towards Eloin, looks towards Judas. You're all brothers and sisters. Her eyes then shift and look to further behind towards Regulus, Goel, and Nagat. We are elves. We should stand together, not be divided.
Uh, Alwyn, if that's okay with you, Vala, can Alwyn jump on that point?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. He will say that to the drow that ambushed me, took me, chained me, threw me in a pit, using me as like a toy and an object. Now you call us brother and sister? when you know your life in the line? What makes you
See.
different?
See, this is what the Spider Queen has done to all of us. Divided us. We should be together. We shouldn't be fighting amongst ourselves.
Vala does does raise an eyebrow in curiosity. Elwin, let her speak. And what would you have us do?
She looks towards Nugget that moves to Goel. Nugget squats next to Snowsong in there, and will speak to Goel in a moment. But you will see the two of them speaking amongst one another as she will say, "They are hunting us down, exterminate even the last one of us."
What if you claim that you do not agree with the Spider Queen's orders? What are you? Who guides your hands?
The son of the Protector and the Spider Queen. He calls to us to reunite. We should not be hiding under the underground, nor you should be basking up alone on the light, leaving your distant brothers and sisters down in the Underdark to perish. We should all be united in the world below and in the world above, as one.
Right. Would Vala be able to attempt a religion check on that?
Go for it.
All right. She knows of the Dark Dancer being the daughter of the Protector and the Spider Queen, but and I think she knows of the son too, right?
The Masked Lord, also known as Verun, Shadow, a Lord of Shadow, also mistaken, big deity of drow that manipulate shadows
Elves.
and trickery magic, rogues, such. He aspires, as you very well know, he aspires equality between males and females. He actually, to many,
Yeah.
it comes off as he is more of a male advocate for the drow. That's not the case. He advocates for equality among drow, but all elves as well. Though, at the very least, I'll give you this. You know that this deity is not received with a good grace.
As in, you mean from the outside world? Because from the Drow, of course, it's not.
From elves as well, from the elven kind. He is a banished one from Avandor. He is not as the Dark Dancer that is welcome in the Seldarin.
All right. So Vala will turn towards the rest of the Drow and
As this is taking place, because everything is happening at the same time, Nugget moves towards Goel and sees as he heals Snowsong. Nugget speaks. You, Hound, gave a potent fight, but your allies are speaking too long with this wielder of a tongue that only knows to spend lies. Goel turns and starts to move closer towards you. Go ahead, Goel. You wanted to RP through that. Feel free.
Yeah. After coming down from the rage, Goel hears those words as he heals Snowsong. He will walk over to the.
Blocked.
He will walk over to the drow, and as they are conversing, he will swiftly just smash the head with a warhammer.
As you try, Judas just basically imposes himself right across as he stands there. and takes the blow right into the chest and looks at you. So roll me damage.
You gotta remember, Goel is a paladin who can just decide to take other people's damage.
I'm not doing this to be like an asshole
No,
or something, right?
no. It's RP. Go for gold. Same here. I'm not being an asshole either. This is just RP. Go for gold.
If
This
it
is gonna
helps-
divide the party. Just saying.
If it helps a little bit more on the description, well, you just hurl your warhammer and it slams and it should kill them, but you see Judas in pain as he takes the damage for himself, probably suggesting or showcasing that Goel wanted to attack them, not Judas. If that helps you, Goel, in this regard, through the RP that you wanted to go for.
Knowing the abilities of Judas, Goel is gonna look at him with anger.
You protect this monster?
You are a warrior. Do you warriors kill unarmed individuals?
Do not answer with a question. Do you protect this monster?
He tilts his head and says, the goddess wills her to suffer. You wish her to relieve her of suffering. So yes, I protect her.
This is not your goddess's pet. This
Always my goddess's pet.
is a monster who enslaves and manipulates any other races other than its own.
Gotta remind you,
Even if
Goel, so do yours.
This
Ooh.
one is a slaver. Mine is not.
Pot calling the kettle black, Goel.
Reggie,
Call it whatever you want to call it. This one must die, and so all the others. Either you interrogate it, or we kill it now.
I am trying to talk with Goel, and threats of death do not really help someone be willing to answer. Besides, you may, just may, be wrong about the slaver part.
Do remember there is such a thing as different kinds of drow, as there's different kinds of orcs, Goel? Or should we just paint you all as barbarian murderers that want to kill everybody? Which you're not helping the case at the moment.
Right. For those of you who are not as adept in Elvish, these drow seem to not be worshippers of the Spider Queen. If anything, they seem to be trying to evade her. They have embraced another deity. Certainly not a most gracious one, but nothing as cruel as the Spider Queen. In our tongue, it's Veyron. In the common tongue, he is called the Shadow Lord. He has a softer side than the Spider Queen, but there are those who believe that the Shadow Lord will, were the Shadow Lord to ever unite the Drow, they would be even more powerful, as what keeps them in the Underdark is the Spider Queen forcing them to fight in between them.
And what makes you believe that this one is telling the truth, not lies? We are trailing my father, and he is hunting the tribe that enslaved us. These ones are here in our way, in the place where my father is supposedly hiding.
Your father,
All the facts points towards who they are.
Your father came here being hunted. What if they are hunted too and followed the same trail one would follow to escape?
What do you call the mouse a mouse a tiger if it runs into the rabbit hole and sees other rabbits?
Our goal is not to kill all drow. My tribe has made this very clear to you all.
Yes.
Who we are hunting is not all elf-like creatures or drow. It is a specific tribe.
And do you know what tribe it is?
And how to identify
Yeah.
them?
What's the name of the tribe? I totally forget. Out of character, I don't know how to identify them, but I think in character I do.
The Orcish tribe or the Drow tribe, sorry.
Drow
The drow,
tribe.
the drow, not
Shagatar is the Orcish, Tannerthal
Yeah, Tanner.
are the house of the Drow.
Yes.
We are hunting the Tannerthal. They are the enslavers of the underworld.
That's a noble house, isn't it? Which means they're loaf aligned.
I do not know or care what they worship.
You asked, my friend. I have stood by you many times and we have killed many things, but this bloodlust of yours, it is not doing you well. You are a warrior first, not an animal. Animals driven by instincts and blood. Animals just wishes to tear things. Not even an animal wishes to tear apart things like these drow in the way you manner that you do. I heard something said earlier which I'm concerned about. What is your relation what is your tribe's relation with fiends?
I do not know.
Yet, if you do not know, how do you know that the tribe you have returned to is a tribe that left you, or you left that many moons ago?
I do know there is a trial that I must forego to help me control this. But at the same time, it is not something I chose.
Yes, and is this trial
Why?
that they have told you to control it or to let you be possessed by something? Those fires that were on the orcs, that creature that we destroyed, which we're talking about, a child born of fiend. All these things are showing towards things. I do not say this lightly. You saw what I had to do with my own family. I am just telling you to beware. All is not as it seems.
I do not think it is the same issue. This is different. We are taught
This
to
is
control
important.
this urge.
Hmm. Yes, control it. Yet, it seems. Never mind. We'll see this to the end. But until then, allow us to talk to this one and go and bash some other some dead person's skull in over there while we finish the job. Information is also needed to track them, else we won't find them.
Do not be swayed by its word. I will leave you to it. I will leave it to you to bring the truth out from this thing. Do not show mercy. It will only be a weakness in its eyes.
Goel walks away to Nagat, try and convince him.
I'll look to Jodas and Vela. I hate to admit her word is telling the truth. But I can see hatred toward the. I'm speaking in Elvish.
Mm.
But her eye showing hatred against Orc. And she seemed careless about the other races. But the other part of brother and sister wording is. Damn it. I don't know. I don't know.
This one don't the family trust me. All drow gods are not good. Yeah, except maybe I believe there's one something called the Boom Dance or something. There was once this time that I had to offer up a sword apparently or something. The point is, even their current patron is not somebody that believes in the superiority of drow above all others. So we don't have to feel guilty about that. The question, though, is this actually our prey? And this is the problem. All these extra deaths, all these roots and stuff, kind of feel like we're being used, if not by Gohol's people. I kind of feel like we are being used by the slavers themselves to hunt down all these ones.
Can we just shuffle this conversation over a little bit? Just we're a bit further.
Oh well. I'll grab the leg of the woman and I'll just start dragging her.
The elf, before you start dragging her, when Nelwyn said all this, she will turn her attention towards them and say, "It is easier to demonize what we are not familiar with. But our fight is your fight too. We are fighting for us, for Elvenkind. Be united."
Your words are in Elvish, but you don't speak Drow.
Well, technically speaking, there is one speaking Elvish just because they're trying. They're all superiority complex.
Technically, there isn't a Drow language. I don't
I
know.
know. I'm just more so meaning like it's
Undercommon
not very
language.
typical that Drow are like
they're not Spider
treating.
Gwen.
Yeah.
They're not Spider Gwen.
Most of the time, Drow would spit on you. They would, or not even talk to you.
Okay.
Just finish it.
Just as a just as a point, for all of us in this sort of case, we gotta kind of remember that. I know about it just because of from what my parents have told me, and they weren't even in it. But the Orc Wars were a thing. There was a time when many people on the surface fought back hordes of orcs. We're kind of on the side of two not very typically
nice groups of people.
Groups of people. And in taking one side, they're going to hate the other side rather unconditionally.
Mm-hmm.
Like Goel hates Drow, additionally. I mean, he probably has
Yeah.
good reasons, but he's not putting in the effort to understand what the two different things are. Every Drow will lie to him, therefore no Drow is going to be the one that is not his enemy. We'll never find out what their houses are,
If he kills it because he basically bashes their heads in before we can talk to them, yes, I know.
or they will genuinely lie to us, which is, well, not my strong suit to understand. This is where the spells of truth-telling, or whatever they are, would come in handy.
I do have something like that that I can remember, but it will take. Well, no.
You know,
I can make
Judas,
a.
I feel like I want to try something. Goel was the orc that made me realize that even after the orc wars, there doesn't need to be any lingering hatred. Perhaps what I need now, and what maybe Goel needs, is the same leap of faith. Let's. I say we let her go. We let her choose what she fights. She can tag along, she can run. I can tell you from the. If she truly worships who she claims to, she's not going to die for us, but it doesn't mean that she will try to stab us in the back.
We killed many of them. We took a life of a lot of them. I don't regret when I strike someone. It's are the enemy. But I regret to leave a soul that unprotected.
Let me put it easier. We let her go. She might come back for vengeance. We take her with us. She might go out for vengeance. Or maybe not. The point is, do we take the risk or not? That's the only question.
I have a thought, which is rare, I know. What are the odds that they do have? I mean, we don't know the Drow sigils, but if they are from a city, from a certain house,
They would have symbols on them. Yes.
I could teleport us into the Dragon's Den, so to speak. As long as I have something of theirs.
Yeah. No. Even I'm not that. Teleport yourself right into a noble drow house, and go hello in the middle of a drow city.
That will be very bad.
That would be suicide.
House Drow matriarchy. If they did, it's not just about their fighter guard and also the slave. The first one will jump at you. They will die first before the guardsman and the other one. I saw that. I saw something like that happen before.
Guys, this is one of the casters, right?
Yes, she was one of the casters.
Correct.
I have to duck out now, guys. Sorry about that.
No worries, Judas. We'll see
Okay.
you next week. As the
Yes,
conversation is
I did-
happening
I-
in... go ahead, sorry.
Well, Judas will follow whatever Valandum decides, but will make snarky remarks about choices and suffering. Anyway, see ya.
No worries.
Bye.
I'll leave the people hanging in the upper part to shift for a quick moment to the ones down below as Goel moves towards Nugget once again towards there. Nugget will tell him, "Those that listen to a siren's song are the first ones to fall prey to it."
Goel nods.
They speak in Orcish, but once Jethros joins in and Goel points at the sigil, Nugget will speak in common this time, as he will say, "All of them are Tanathal. We've got them on the run."
I've got a question about the sigil.
Go ahead.
So usually when like you make sort of a house emblem or something, it's like something personal to you. Would it be in sort of the same way where I could, I don't know, does there seem to be like something religious adjacent that I could tell what these guys
Make me a
follow or
religious check.
something? Okay.
Go for it. You can even make me a history check as well. Both of those can work for me.
Sure. I think history is more appropriate because I'm not exactly just looking for religion.
Mhm.
Just anything that they might be linking towards.
Oh, nice.
You heard the other people, what they said earlier on, and it starts to sort of fall all together. You heard the moment, not a moment ago, but close to a week ago, when you were up into the surface, when Goel found more traces about them. He heard from sources, not from sources, sorry, when you were in Fright Temple. Yes, that is where you heard the last thing of Tom Farr. You recall that their house got destroyed as they got banished out of their society. It is not uncommon for a house that indeed worships a deity that is not the Spider Queen to fall out of grace, which makes sense why they have been migrating, nomadic, and they have shifted location quite a lot. These drow seem to also be on the run, and that seems to have provided with the orcs with the opportunity to escape, as well destabilize them, in a sense. And indeed, the sigil itself does suggest a webbed motif, but if you look all too closely, you will notice that subtly he hides in it a vague look or a faint look of a mask, that is, indicating their secret worship of the Shadow Lord.
Jethros just asked, Nugget, these guys have like a home base, or they just sort of wandering around?
It's rare. Oh, sorry.
No worries. Nugget will say, "They had once. We were captives in their goods for their kind, so we can be used in all sorts of activities. They wielded muscles. But their leader, which is still alive until Grushnak finally gets his revenge, Saljar Talor Thal,
Yeah, sure.
got figured out. They spied Queen Drow, found about them, and ousted them, exiled them, or forced them to flee from their town. It gave us the prime opportunity for Grushnak to escape. Now we have turned the tables on them, and we will put every one of them to the ground."
Alright. Sora looks to Goel and then back to Nugget. They still got their slaves, right? Where are they keeping them? Like, do you know it all? If they're, wandering around.
They do have a settlement, yes, but it is protected, hard to pierce through. They are not alone. Salzar, Osgrusnak, is a cunning enemy, and he is not beyond and above looking kinship of creatures that are bigger prey, as they say. Creatures that are fond of their shadowy techniques and their presence. But our tribe, Shagatar, if one thing is they know, is to hunt down their enemies, and the most favored ones, even more so. He smiles as he says that.
And this is the place you said that Grushnak was, most likely to be. Isn't it,
Look
a
up
little
ahead.
concerning to you?
He points up ahead. Look up ahead. What do you see? The path up ahead splits into two directions, one left, one right, as in different corridors. And Nugget continues before you even reply a rhetorical question, as he will say, this cavern up ahead is nearly infinite, nearly endless. Krishna was hunted by them, yes, but she led them in there in a trap, using a hunter's most potent skill is to use the terrain in their advantage. And as the drow get lost in the endless caverns of the Underdark, Glushnak will strike them one by one. Don't you find it strange that they have been waiting in here? They are scared to move up ahead. We can smell the fear. Glushnak does too. Anyone that has moved further from here from them is as good as dead.
Can I tell if he fully believes this, or if this is
Go for it.
sort of posturing himself up to support something? 14.
You are fully not persuaded in a sense. Most of you can fully see that this man speaks from experience. He says that quite commonly that this is a thing that happens. Grushnak goes missing, he kills even more on his way, and this is not a thing that that seems to praise him or more so cause admiration for Naga. He says that if this is something that his clan in general can do, as if he himself, Nagat, can do.
Looks to go well. Well, I guess we better go get the fuck up. I mean, you're dead.
You will stick close to me and I can lead you through there. You are not acquainted with those caverns. You'll get lost in them. Follow me and I'll make sure you'll find your way. It's a labyrinth up ahead, but I can tell with ease the way around.
That's cool.
Now, we shall follow you, Nagat. And with the others, I think they have been swayed by that damn drow. But they shall know. When it betrays them, they'll learn. They'll know it's a mistake. Trust Tannerthal. We've ran into a drow when you first descended into the Underdark. I was going to kill it first, but I found it was not a Tannerthal drow. It was not a slave. we let it live, and it aided us. But I think they gave them the idea that any drop of the Tannerthal can be trusted. They're aiding a slaver, thinking that this one is different. It's foolish. They shall understand.
Experience is a hard-taught lesson. The smart ones learn from the mistakes of others. Let them make their mistake. Let them trust blindly. The Drow, though they have been cautioned all too many times, and see when the Drow casts their shadowy magic again against them.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, if I had my picking, I probably would have gotten one of the ones that can't fucking shoot lightning at us, but...
Goel will kneel down to pet Snowsong.
Seems this one is taking most of the beating of these lightning. That poor thing.
You call it a poor thing, but that is a manifestation of a spirit of the hunt. It is a poor thing. Look at it! He points towards Snowsong. Here you are, limiting its potential, as you are limiting yours. I see you in the fight, trying to contain this rage, this fury. That is what trial is for. Once you complete it, you will be able to hold of your rage and your...
Have you done the trial?
Nugget will shake his head in a negative fashion as he will say, "Not me. I've been introduced to the ways of my tribe as a tracker. This is what the tribe needed, not a warrior up front. I'm a tracker, not a hunter."
Will I be
The
able
ones
to
that
control?
bring, the ones that their hands glow with a fiery light, which banishes the shadows around them. They are the ones that have gone through the trial. You recall the orcs that their hands were on fire from earlier on.
Yep.
Goel's gonna say to
I do not care about strength other than the one I have. Do not want to harm my ally. That is the most thing that I want. I do not want to hurt the ones who chose to protect me. But alas, this is how it is. I shall do this trial. After we find it.
Nugget agrees as he nods.
Nugget. How long have you guys been stationed up where you were? Where you took us?
Here or in the other place?
Like in the
in
really
this
hidey
tribe,
place,
in
the
here.
hidey hole you guys had. With like the big
Okay,
lion
this one.
thing.
We've been there. Not sure how much time has passed on the outside world, but there must be many moons. Time gets loose into the Underdark. many of us have only. There are many younger amongst us that have become near adults that have not met the sun above the sky, indicating that they are for years in here.
That magic guy that was carrying around that baby, is that like how all birds go around here? I saw him just take it off into the big tent.
When the spawn is in danger of the tribe, they take them. Not always.
Take them?
Dispose of too much fury, too much frenzy can lead to destruction.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, what happens? Do they give it some mint leaves, to cool it down, or?
They are discarded, banished from life.
Okay.
I'll shift to the others. Right now, as the drow stands right below you, Judas stands right next towards them to protect them, if needed be, holding them close. Judas will speak in a calm manner, as always. So, do we let them live? Do we let them go? What do you wish for them?
Before that, while he's saying that, Alwyn started removing the fungus armor from him, showing the upper half his body, and turn. And now, this is the first time you see Alwyn close by, shirtless, but without a shirt or anything. You see a lot of what they call the thing that when slave use like burned body. Say it again.
Brand.
Brand.
Yeah, brand. But you see maybe 7 or 8 brands in his back. It's like
He's a
he.
whore.
It's more like every master he meet or go to them, he break their hand, their arm, or do something to harm them, and then one of them died. But he's so expensive to be killed. And no, he's not hard. But yeah, and showing that to the drow, and turn to her, saying to her, as I said, I don't regret swinging my sword to you, out your people. This is not apologize. This is the only thing I can say to you to understand why I swing my sword to you and killed, pointing to the dozen corpse around.
If you believe I have not whipped against the skin of my brothers, you would be wrong. Done all those things in the past. But I've learned of my mistake.
I looked to Vela, said, she telling the truth. She speak the truth. But it's your choice. It's not in my place to decide her fate.
It's up to her. From me, from any trust the goddess puts in me, I say she's given a chance. But I want you to know, Vala will shift to Elvis so that, and she will walk towards her. And you know, if she's still laying on the floor because of Judas, she will sit down to be at her level. If she's standing, Vala will remain standing, and will tell her that keep in mind that you are given a chance today before the Queen of Arvander herself to show the truth of your words, of what your God claims to wish. You're given this chance. There won't be a second.
She looks towards you and starts to move away without a response. She's given the opportunity to leave this place.
I know I asked that multiple times, but this point, I want to see her, what they call it, the face that she putting when she giving that chance. Like, to understand like, of course, they're resentment. We killed, like, she the only survivor here. But I want to see the resentment is more of, I will have my revenge one day, or is more, I hate you all, and I wish I don't see you again.
You can see her, she will turn her head for a last glance and look towards Goel and Agat. A disdain for the both of them, but nothing more than that. And then once he gets over there, lightning bolt. No, I'm kidding.
As a
And
final,
this is. Go ahead, Vala.
just as a final note, because it's also been some time since Vala had a reason to do this, but she will try to somewhat tend to the corpses of the drow if they indeed carry a sigil that is different from the Spider Queens. Vala would like to spend some time and at least, since there's no soil here to bury them, at least cast gentle repose on them as a ritual so that their bodies may know some semblance of respect.
I believe outside there is soil dirt. If Vala want to bury them, Elwin will help, of course.
Honestly, it's unnecessary because it's the
There's quite
Underdark.
a big lumber in here. You can put them right below the lumber there, so you can light them up in fire or something afterwards. I'm not sure how tending to the dead in here would be. Whatever it is more fitting to you, how you would feel about this fella. This is more of a scene, less of anything else.
Well, to be honest, there's not much of a choice because it's the Underdark. It's not a place where you can
Yeah.
just leave a corpse and it will stay there. Lots of things will appear to eat them. So it's more ritualistic than it is. It's basically Vala asking her goddess that if these drow indeed had some semblance of nobility, may they be given a chance to have a better afterlife than the demon web pits.
More of a closing ceremony rather than an actual burial rite.
Yeah,
Something like that. Yeah,
yeah.
okay, that makes more sense.
I mean, I strongly doubt even the drow have graveyards. They probably just throw corpses to be eaten by bullets or something.
But let's don't eat that. There are so many other necrophages in the Underdark.
True.
But yeah, on that note, at this point is where we're going to put a pause. Until next.
All right.
Mm.
Are we ending on that
today.
note?
On that note,
Was the drow? Did they let the drow go? Is that what happened?
oh yeah, I think it was pretty clear. I think they let the drow leave.
Okay.
Goal running back to her.
I mean,